into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning Expresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
And a very good morning to you. Welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show on this Wednesday morning on S3. Good morning, Jamie.
Good morning, Zoe. Brown looking so beautiful in white. I feel like we are at peace for this Wednesday.
Angels.
Yes, we are. Charlie's Angels.
Oh, well, we'll have to stick to that theme because this morning we're all about looking good and also feeling good on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. But what if we told you that you can up the ante and start looking like a superhero character?
Wait, what? Hold up, everybody. Now, this morning we have found inspiration from, get this, the man's sexiest man alive, Chris Hemsworth's body transformation while he was filming for the latest Thor movie. But how attainable is it to look that good? Well, Mr. Nature Boy himself, Raul Demone, is going to be showing us how to get biceps just like Chris.
I'm here for that. Listen, I think this is going to be a show where we are completely distracted. We're going to be go through some exercise routines, as well as take a look at some of the things that someone like Thor would do in the kitchen, like the healthy eating that's involved with maintaining a body like that.
And we did promise that we're going to get Raul to take off his shirt, so you do want to stick around for that for the next 3 hours. But while they still have their shirts on, let's say good morning to the boys.
Morning!
Sorry, baby. It started yesterday. It's not your fault, man. It's not your fault.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man. We are all about them superheroes this morning. Very good morning. Hopefully you had a wonderful Freedom Day yesterday. If you had a long weekend, you're still reveling in that and enjoying all the good times with family and friends. But this morning we're going to have a bit of fun. Could you beat Thor in an arm wrestle? Could you beat Nature Boy in an arm wrestle? I don't know. Maybe you could. But here's the thing, and this ain't creepy at all. We want you to send us a picture. If you think you've got an arm, if you think you've got Chris Hemsworth triceps, okay? I want you to send us a picture. Put it in the posts, the comment section of this particular post.
I haven't even seen this yet. That's some epic work by our social media team. Well played there, guys. And yeah, put a full-blown pic of your tricep in all its glory.
What are the parts of the tricep?
So you got, whoa, you're getting a bit technical here. So we've got 3 parts of the tricep, 2 parts of the bicep. We're going to get more into that a little bit later and how we can specifically target those sections of the arm and get ourselves Thor ready indeed. All of that coming up in a little bit, man.
We don't have capes for you. We don't have capes. Maybe a loincloth we can organize. We're going to have a little bit of fun this morning. And of course, Neon Dreams are in the house. They promised us when we spoke to them on Zoom that they were going to come, and they are here. They've blown up in South Africa. They're going to be performing just for you. So lots of fun to be had. The culinary hotline. But right now, let's get our official duties underway with the news headlines.
Thank you, team. Let's start with your national headlines. President Cyril Ramaphosa says South Africans' participation in local government elections affords them the opportunity to discard corrupt leaders. Now, Ramaphosa spoke during Freedom Day celebrations at Botshabelo in the Free State. He strongly addressed poor planning, theft and waste of resources affecting the poorest of poor communities. He said it just wasn't acceptable for people to suffer after 27 years of democracy because of the irresponsible actions of officials at local, provincial and national levels. He said South Africans deserved better service delivery. And staying with local news, the leaders of AmaZulu warriors met in Durban for the first time yesterday since the passing of King Goodwill Zwelithini last month. They lauded the SA government for ensuring a dignified send-off for the late AmaZulu king. The 72-year-old king passed away at the Durban hospital due to a COVID-related complication while being treated for diabetes. The warriors did not comment on leadership issues of the Zulu royal family. AmaZulu traditional Prime Minister Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi previously said that a decision would be made after a 3-month mourning period. And now moving to news abroad, the Maldives island chain is setting itself up as a vaccine tourism destination. The vaccine on arrival scheme was revealed by the country's tourism minister. With a relatively small population, its vaccine supplies donated by various countries and the World Health Organization's COVAX scheme should be sufficient to cover tourists too, Minister Abdullah Mousoun said. The Maldives was among the first major global tourist destinations to reopen to foreign visitors in 2020. 2020, helped by the fact that social isolation has always been part of the holiday package. And staying with news abroad, fully vaccinated people can safely engage in outdoor activities such as walking and hiking without wearing masks, but should continue to use face coverings in public spaces where they are required, President Joe Biden said yesterday. The updated health advice comes as more than half of all adults in the US have now received at least one dose of COVID-19 vaccine. Biden said the new advice was a direct result of urgent steps the country had taken to combat the coronavirus. And now some news from the world of entertainment. Veteran essay actor and playwright Dr. John Carney has been honored with the Pragnell Shakespeare Award from the Shakespeare Institute in England for his play Kunene and the King. The award recognizes achievements in appreciation and enjoyment of the works of William Shakespeare and the progress of Shakespearean knowledge. Previous honorees include actors Sir Ian McKellen, Dame Judi Dench, and Sir Patrick Stewart. Carney said he was humbled by this international award. Tributes have been pouring in, congratulating the Lion King star for being recognized for his Shakespearean appreciation. Last year, Carney, who also starred in the blockbuster movie Black Panther, bagged a Lifetime Achievement Award from Golden Elephant Productions. At a ceremony held in his honor, Carney said he had never realized how much interest there was in his career and work. He added smilingly, and I quote, "I just wake up and do what I love best, and as I get older, the older I get, the more the truth gets stronger. To receive such award is a deep gesture." Well, Dr. John Carney, we certainly are very proud of you, and that's where I leave your morning headlines for now. Here's Graham with a first look at your sport.
Thank you so much. So let's kick it off with cricket, and we start with another living legend. AB de Villiers looked back to his sublime best, striking 75 not out, just off 42 deliveries to help to guide the Royal Challengers Bangalore to a narrow one-run victory over the Delhi Capitals. That was at the Narendra Modi Stadium in the Indian Premier League yesterday. The South African batsmen smashing 5 4s and 3 6s as RCB posted 171 for 5 in their allotted 20. The Capitals then needed 6 runs off the final ball, but Rishpa Pant, who was unbeaten on 58, only managed to just find the boundary rope as RCB won the match to go top of the standings. In the IPL today, it's the Chennai Super Kings up against the Sunrisers Hyderabad. That one kicks off at 4 p.m. Then in the English, or rather the local Premier Soccer League last night, SuperSport United showed a lot of grit, coming from a goal down to draw 1-1 against Swallows at the Dobsonville Stadium. Fawaz Basadin opening the scoring for the Birds before Sipho Mbule scored a late equaliser for Matsatsantsa to share the spoils. In our other PSL results, Maritzburg United, they edged out Stellenbosch FC 1-0. That was at the Donny Craven Stadium in Stellenbosch yesterday. Then you can look forward to 5 PSL fixtures today, including the highly anticipated showdown between log leaders Mamelodi Sundowns, of course beaten for the first time this last weekend by Kaizer Chiefs, and third-placed Golden Arrows, and that's at 5 p.m. Then high-stakes cup action last night. Real Madrid and Chelsea played out to a 1-1 draw at the Estadio Alfredo Di Stefano in the first leg of their UEFA Champions League semi-final. Thomas Tuchel's US star Christian Pulisic, he earned Chelsea an away goal, much needed in the 14th minute of the match. And it was French footballer Karim Benzema who came to Madrid's rescue with a right-footed volley on the 29th minute to equalise in the soaking wet contest. The return leg will take place at Stamford Bridge next Wednesday. Then, of course, tonight it's the turn of Paris Saint-Germain up against Manchester City in their semi-final. That one kicks off at 9 p.m. Right, that's where we leave our sport for now. Let's get our first take on the weather and some of your beautiful sunrise pictures.
Thank you, Graham, and thank you to all of our viewers that take the time to photograph and share their sunrise views with us. It really is a great way to start the day. And this morning, we start with this stunning coastal image from Jen Skoltz, showing off these crazy contrasting hues across the sky. Then Raylene Pillay also shared this photo of the city skyline with its sky glowing with reds and oranges. Now, if you would like to share your photo with us, it is really simple. Just head on over to the Expresso Facebook page, and don't forget forget to include your location so that we can give you a brief weather update too. Now, we can't forget our growing international audience who tune in via YouTube and the Africa channel in the US. So this morning, we are giving you a brief update on the weather in Austin, Texas. Austin is located within the middle of a unique, narrow transitional zone between the dry desert of the American Southwest and the lush green, more humid region of the American Southeast. Its climate, topography, as well as vegetation share characteristics of both. Your Wednesday ahead is going to be mostly cloudy and breezy, reaching a high of 31 degrees Celsius. And now here in South Africa, snow chasers can look forward to this weekend as the white stuff could hit 3 provinces before the end of the week. Latest data from Snow Report SA suggests snowfall for the high grounds in the Eastern Cape, Lesotho and the Drakensberg from later this week. Much heavier snow is more likely to be found in the east of the country. Snow is expected from late tomorrow and to continue through Friday. Low-level snow is not expected in SA. Snow may be reachable by vehicle on the highest mountain passes of the Eastern Cape and Lesotho. Should conditions continue as data currently suggests, driving in parts of Lesotho and near the top of Sani Pass may prove to be challenging as well on Friday and on Saturday, depending on how rapidly the snow melts. Although conditions will likely still change, at this point, chances of snow are excellent and the likelihood of heavier snow is increasing, though early season forecasters tend to be quite volatile. Well, that's where we leave your international news and your local snow report. Let's quickly look at your temperatures. Polokwane, expect a low of 12 and a high of 28 for today. Mbombela, 14, 29. It's sunny in Pretoria, 13 with a high of 27. Johannesburg, 11, reaching a high of 25. Sunny in Mahikeng, 14 with a high of 30. Klerksdorp, a low of 11, reaching a high of 30. Kimberley, 13, 28. Bloemfontein, 10, reaching a high of 26. Partly cloudy conditions in Richards Bay, 18 with a high of 27. Pietermaritzburg, 13, reaching a high of 27. It's partly cloudy in Durban today, 19 with a high of 26. Mthatha, 13, reaching a high of 25. It's partly cloudy in Cradock today, a low of 11, a high of 26. Gqeberha, 15, reaching a high of 21. Cloudy conditions in George, 12 with a high of 19. Cape Town, 12 with a high of 18 for today. Worcester, 10, 23. Sutherland, 6 with a high of 19. And partly cloudy conditions in Uppington, a low of 13. And a warm 33 degrees Celsius is your maximum for today. That's where I leave your weather update for now. We'll have another update shortly after 7.
Thank you so much, Zoe Brown, for that weather update. Of course, it is getting a bit colder, and maybe you want to start bringing out the coats. Now, believe it or not, the coat actually dates back to the 1800s when it was first worn by the Dutch at sea, made from coarse wool fabric. If you didn't know this, we learn something new every day. But it really only became fashionable in the 1960s when a certain someone, Miss Marilyn Monroe, wore a trench coat in her film Let's Make Love. I don't know if you remember it. Maybe G would, because he was... Just joking. Obviously, now fast forward to 2021 and we get them in all colors, we get them in textures, different textures and styles. And today I want you at home to help me choose between 2 looks. I brought you in as well because you have a good eye for these things. I know that winter is definitely your thing. Okay, so look number 1 over there, if maybe we can just grab hold of it.
So this is your look number 1,
yes.
Right?
So of course this
Nice.
is this long line hooded puffer jacket which will keep you warm all winter long. It's also paired with these faux fur trim fold over boots. I like it. I think if I was going to go on a hike, I feel like it's very cozy. I like this for a hike. Why are you looking at me like...
No, I'm just you're going very functional with this look, I do see, but it looks so warm to me. I mean, the fact that you're using something like a puffer, it's insulated, so it's going to protect you from that cold, especially when the winter season's coming through. And I think when you pair it with a pair of boots like this, and this is the best part about it, I didn't even realize this until later. So fur lined on the inside, right? But did you know you could do this? Boom, the fold over. Yeah, I love this. I mean, I wear my boots like that all the time in like folds and layers. So this is probably something I would go for. I don't know about you, but definitely looks warm. It looks functional. It looks very cozy. It looks like a good option for the cold, I'd say. I don't know how
Got to
you
love
feel.
you, Raul. That's why I brought you in here. And of course, look number 2 is this timeless yet stylish wool
What's
blend
that? This
coat.
coat?
You can grab that as well, yes. So very stunning. It is crafted from a luxe wool blend. And then it's paired with these stunning combat boots as well. But I am not mad with this look at all. If I had to choose, I'd definitely go with look number 2. I think it's just more functional for me. Looking cozy. I have a lot of things I need to do, so running some errands. I don't want to be too cozy, too warm. So I think this is more functional for
You
me,
don't
very
get too close
corporate.
to warm because you probably fall asleep in this. It feels that good.
That is exactly what I was about to say.
I
So
see
this makes
you.
me look a bit more chic, ready for the day, ready to tackle the Wednesday. What do you have to say, Mr. Raul, this
So
morning?
bringing my keen eye into the game, of course. I do like this look. It is stylish. It is very classy at the same time. I like the blend of something like fashionable, but at the same time something very wild, like these boots. The best part for me when it comes to looks like this, and this is something you guys at home need to pay attention to as well when it comes to my style. I'm all about subtleties, Jamie. So when you can subtly match the button of your jacket with your boot and those tones, that's when you know you've thought about this look, and it's not just a look. It's more than that. This is a feeling.
It's the eyes, it's everything for me. But guess what, everybody? It's not up to us. You are going to help me achieve my Marilyn Monroe moment by voting for your favorite coat and boot solutions. I'll be wearing the winning set for the remainder of today's show. So head on over to the Expresso Facebook poll post to vote. Is it number 1 or is it number 2? You'll have to wait and see.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, you can see I'm smiling. I'm so happy because this never happens. This never, ever, ever happens on our show. Back in February, we connected with the amazing, the incredible artists, the Juno Award-winning Canadian alt-pop music duo Neon Dreams, who, of course, were eager to connect with their South African fans because they have had almost viral success in our country, and it's so cool, and we couldn't believe how popular they'd become on the other side of the ocean. Well, they said they were going to come, and they have come. Despite COVID-19 and all of the restrictions, they've been able to get out here, and they're about to commence with what promises to be an amazing tour. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Frank Cadillac, Adrian Morris, otherwise known as Neon Dreams.
What a welcome.
Oh my word, guys. No, but it never happens, man. No one ever says, and we've spoken to so many people internationally, but no one ever actually says, look, we'll come, we'll check you out, and you're here, guys.
Yeah.
Welcome to South Africa.
Thank you. Yeah, we've been having a blast.
How does it feel to be here? I know, like we said, we spoke to you last year, Feb. Full circle moment for you to actually be on the couch right now. How does it feel to be here, touchdown, Cape Town? What has the welcome been like to be in the country?
It's like, it's the Rainbow Nation, right? You call it the Rainbow Nation. Yeah, it's the most beautiful place like I've been to in a while. Like, and the sunsets here are like unimaginable. Yeah.
People are so friendly.
Yeah.
Some of the friendliest people we've ever met in the world.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it feels like family.
You're gonna make me a little bit emotional. That's so special. How did you guys do this? You must be like one of the first international acts we've actually had make it through here.
Yeah, so we did a small tour in our home area in Atlantic Canada, the east side of Canada, which was like small shows similar to this. So then we looked into how can we make this happen here in South Africa, and we did all the protocols necessary to do it, and we were able to pull it off.
And Frank, you guys have been here for a couple of weeks already, so you've been able to take advantage of being here.
That's how you do it. If you're going to do it, have
What
a
have
holiday,
been some of the highlights since you've been here?
Highlights. We go to like Betty's Bay, and we went to Johannesburg as well. Yeah.
Stellenbosch. I've been surfing. Like, that's awesome. Our water is so cold, it's so hard to surf at home.
Look, the water down, it's not much better, man.
We kind of just like, we post on Instagram and we ask our fans, like, what do you want us to do? Like, or what should we do?
And cycling in Soweto is clearly made it onto the list, man.
Yeah.
How epic does that look?
Paraglided off Signal Hill, that's a highlight for me. That's like a life highlight for me.
That's beautiful, yeah, and it's such a cool way. I mean, that's a part of, I suppose, the city. Because I'm also like came down from Joburg, and it never gets old. Like
Never.
The beauty that surrounds us is amazing. You mentioned your fans giving you kind of your itinerary. You also asked them for ideas on who to collaborate with. Has anything come out of that?
Yeah.
What's been happening on that side?
We do have one like secret collaboration that we're getting ready to put out.
Yeah.
So
one secret, and then like we got in the studio with you guys. Good luck. I don't think.
How awesome is their studio setup as well?
Oh
Yeah.
my! It's like wow, the aesthetics is so beautiful.
that's like a world-class level studio.
Yeah.
And most of that was birthed during lockdown as well.
Oh, I didn't even know that. That's awesome.
They're actually going to be on the show this Friday, so we're actually
amazing.
going to sit down with them as well. But obviously, you guys are not just here to travel and look at our beautiful country. You are here for a live show. Tell us all about it and how people can get their hands on the tickets.
I mean, we bring like a high energy to our live show, a lot different than like we've been doing a bunch of acoustic stuff here. We've been calling it like
Seems like we're really calm. We're not calm.
It's not like that.
It's like a hype, energetic show. So we're just excited to bring that show here and to experience it with everyone. And you can just get tickets on our website. If you type in Neon Dreams tickets on Google or neondreams.ca, you'll find all the info to get tickets to the shows.
How good, in light of everything that we've been through, and this is something we touched on briefly, you've obviously had to become quite introspective and use this time to be creative, to create good music. But there's this like weird, undeniable bond between you and South Africa that was as much a surprise to you guys as anyone else. How cool is it to actually be here and have the opportunity to perform in front of South African fans who you now know absolutely love you guys?
Oh, it's exciting. We did like we went to Eden on the Bay. It was like, hey, we're just gonna be here to play a few songs, and then like almost 100 people just showed up. And I was like, oh, like, I didn't realize that was gonna happen, but like the connection it was great, and I think we just have the same values, and like people in South Africa love a good story. You know, we just love telling stories of our lives. And
Here's something. I saw something on your social media where you guys are dropping off the cooling towers. What was? I'm going to call you out.
You have it up on the
we
screen
actually
right
have
now.
one there. What is going through your mind right here? Because this is next
Who
level.
suggested that?
oh my!
Actually, it was a surprise. We didn't know we were doing it until we drove up to it, and then they told us that.
Surprise for who? Surprise for who?
Who was the first who had to go there?
So because of like social media stuff, I had to get him doing it because he's the lead singer, right? So I said, you have to go first, man. I got to get the video of it.
You got a man like Frank Cadillac and not be seen jumping off.
I think that was the scariest moment of my entire
I
life.
cried. I literally cried before.
It feeds the narrative, guys. It's just more experience, life experience to be able to write about, another story to tell. Hopefully we're going to give you lots of stories. Most importantly, we've got a little stage and you guys are going to be on it and you're going to be performing just for us. Well, actually just for you, but it's going to feel like it's just for us this morning. We love it, man. Gentlemen, welcome to South Africa. Thank you for making good on your commitment to come here.
Yes.
Most importantly, man, that means the world to us. They're going to stick around and I suggest you do the same.
Ooh, it's that time. Of course, we've got internationals, we've got an epic show ahead, and why not start the day for some coffee, right? Yes! So coffee forms a big part of our culture, but also Ethiopian culture too. Now, as can be seen in the famous Ethiopian coffee ceremony, where roasted coffee beans are passed around to guests so they can smell the beautiful aroma of the beans, and then afterwards, they can actually drink that cup of coffee made from the same bean. Now, doesn't that sound like an incredible sort of social activity on its own already? I would love to be a part of that.
I know, and you know what? It's going to be so amazing. Is like I'm looking forward to having my first cup of coffee for the day. And what's great about Ethiopia is like it is in fact, it is Africa's largest coffee producer and 5th largest in the world. And
really?
Yeah,
well,
which is absolutely amazing.
Okay.
So which one are you going to make for me today?
So we're going to go for a standard espresso, unless you want a lungo, which you want a little bit more of it.
Go for it. I'll take your cue on that. And then what's also amazing is coffee in Ethiopia is produced at 1,500 to 2,200 meters above sea level.
So this is high altitude coffee. Oh, all the purity, all the good stuff coming through. And that's obviously what I'd imagine, that it doesn't have such an, I know you normally get these high intensities all the way up to 10. I noticed with this coffee though, it's sitting at a 4.
Yes.
It's a lot more subtle, which I do prefer over those intensities. I like to kind of just ease my way into the day. A lot of guys like that high intensity. They want to come in here with a, "Rah, I'm here, let's do this." I like to work my way, I like to work my way into
Well, that's going to be my cup.
Oh, yes, it is. There you
There
go,
we
Zawalicious.
I'll take that. Thank you
Coffee is
very
served.
much.
I'll grab mine over here.
This is coffee.
What's your favorite thing about this? I've noticed though, whenever I sip this, and I'm sure if Mzansi, if you guys try this too, there's actually a little bit of an orange blossom in this. If you notice those aromas,
Let's see.
which I'm getting right now, yeah, that's that nature boy tingle.
Oh, this is amazing. Listen, it's got a very nice, vibrant taste all round. You know, there's a full body to it and a little bit of bitterness to it. So
This is so good that I think I'm gonna have to invite our guests over here. Is Adrian? Adrian, are you in the building? You're still here, my man.
Come join
I need to
us.
hook you up with a little coffee over here, brother. Let me try one out. I can't let you not try this. It's so good, man. I want to see if you can get any of the notes that Zoe and I are tasting right now.
Are you
All right.
a big coffee drinker?
I am, and this is the earliest I've woken up in a very long time, so I
Okay.
need it right now.
Okay,
This
nice.
is perfect.
So I'm hitting you up with a lungo, so it's a little bit extra coffee in this one for you. Of course, you can have a little sip there. It might be hot,
Okay.
so just grab that and be careful. But
There we
we're talking about a mouth.
Are you going all day? You're going all interesting
I'm
there.
getting too excited here. I'm making five batches here. So see if you can just get any of the aromas. It shouldn't be too intense.
Searing hot, so just
It's
be
searing
careful.
hot here, so just be careful. I don't want to burn your lips before you go and serve us with your beautiful notes over there. But what are you smelling? I know there's a lot going on.
Your guys' coffee is very unique, but it's so good. It's some of the best coffee I've ever had in my life. It was the first thing I noticed, that your guys' coffee is really good.
So you're someone that prefer your coffee black, or as South Africans, most of us like to add milk to most of our coffees?
I think it depends on the day. It depends if I'm like, want to like sweeten up my morning a little. So a little bit of milk, a little bit of sugar. But if it's like a big business morning, just black coffee. Yeah.
I think it's business today because you're going to be doing all the sweetening later on the show, so you
Yeah,
don't have to worry
exactly.
about that.
Yeah.
Stick to the business right now, and of course, guys, you can grab this incredible coffee sensation. Head over to the guys over at Expresso. They've
wow.
got all you need when it comes to wow. What is that wow for?
The taste of the coffee. This is so
African
good.
coffee, yes! It's the Master's Origins coffee. It's Ethiopian coffee. It's all that you need to start your morning. All we needed to start our day. And Zoe?
I'm
done.
happy.
We've
Listen,
served
this is
it.
my cup of coffee. I'm ready to enjoy it. Now we just need good music.
Hey, cheers.
With every cup, we cultivate some of the finest coffee in the world, celebrating farmers as artists, elevating every coffee moment. Because with every cup, precious coffee preserves the beauty of our world. Nespresso, what else?
Only you can make my day.
How was that?
everybody, we're still opening up with S3 and your feel-good breakfast show. Now, earlier on, I asked you to help me choose my look for today. We gave you the options of a puffer jacket with, you know, those fur fold-over boots, and then we also gave you the option of a wool blend with that combat boots. And before we get into what the viewers decided, you at home decided, let's check in on those comments.
Oh, nice. So we've got Claudette Isaac saying the wool blend with the boots for me. And then Beryl Jacobs says option 1 has a more classy look, but very much casual. I like, yeah, it is a bit of a hybrid. Samantha Ocker is saying wool blended coat. Jamie, the wool blended coat's doing well so far.
I'm not getting too excited yet. I'm not getting
Pumzile CD
CD
saying option A looks more like her style. Oh, she's going for the comfort option there. And then Melanie Mostert says Morning Espresso team has definitely got to be number 1. Wow. Let us find out what the poll results are. Obviously, Jamie, you're going to be putting these things on, right?
And of course, this one won. So
Yes, the fox fur. Nice.
So this is a nice wool blend, and this is going to be my look for the day, which Mama's not mad at all. I was
seem
rooting
happy
for
about
this one. And then I'm going to pair that with the combat boots. And then I am dressed for this Wednesday, everybody. Thank you so much for helping me choose this look. Raul, also thank you so much for your eye.
It's the subtleties that I think won it for me. Mzansi and I share the keen eye on the subtleties. When you match the boot with the buttons, boom, that's what it's about.
And remember, if you want to get inspired and get these looks, you can shop it in-store or online or on the Woolworths app.
Oh, well, listen, time for us to now spend some time in the kitchen. And I know as the temperatures drop in the mornings, we reach for our coats and our boots and we get all cozy. But another thing that is, you know, warm is an indulgent meal. And what do you do when you combine cheese, chili, and chips? I'm talking about the best homemade takeaway imaginable in the answer. Now, our loaded fries that we're about to make this morning is going to be packed with some chili cheese sauce and crispy onions, and it is everything you've ever craved and more. And we're also using the elite taste of clover cheese to really take this recipe to another level. And Ilham joins us in studio. As I need to put out a little disclaimer, we have this whole Chris Hemsworth Thor-inspired healthy living recipes supposed to, and now you come here with your loaded fries. What are you doing to us?
Well, I mean, I think if you work out that much, then, you know, this probably won't count.
Okay, so what I'll say is this you have in moderation. This you share with the whole family. You don't eat this whole bowl yourself.
Yeah.
Because that's my weakness. Like, you know, you're allowed to have a cheat meal, but don't make it a cheat day.
Yeah.
There we go. So what are we starting off with?
We're starting off with our cheese sauce. So I've just got some butter in the pot, and I'm adding some flour, and we're going to make a roux, and that's going to thicken our cheese sauce. So if you've ever made like a normal white sauce or a bechamel sauce before, that's what we're going to do.
There we go.
And I think the key with making a white sauce is that a lot of people find that it could still be like taste floury. So the reason why that is you just need to like let the flour cook.
Okay.
So we're just going to let this cook for a little bit, then we're going to add our milk.
So if you're impatient, you're going to get that floury taste.
Yeah.
That's
So once you've added your milk, you know, just let this come to like a sort of simmer before you add your cheese.
And which cheese are we using there?
So we've got some Tasses, and we've got some cheddar.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
And of course, looking onto our Clover packaging, you can see the strengths as well. So, for example, our Tasses is a full cream cheese, and here our cheddar is also, it's really good. So I can't wait to really get a taste for that.
Yeah, and something that goes really well with cheese and with a white sauce is mustard. So it adds a really kind of nice depth of flavor to your sauce. And you know, you can use this on, if you're making burgers, you can use this on a burger. You can make mac and cheese with this instead of, you know, regular white sauce.
So this is a winning sauce. It's a recipe to always have at hand because you can play around with it, use it for so many different things. Today we are making our own loaded fries, something for the cheat day and for comfort food, and we do have this recipe available for you. So if you are looking for it, you can find it on our website, expressoshow.com. Okay.
So we're just going to take our already made cheese sauce.
Okay. So that's what it would look like. You
Yeah.
obviously want it nice searing hot, or you want it to cool down for your loaded fries?
No, I think hot would be best.
Okay.
Yeah. And
With
we're
the
just
hot
going to
sauce.
spoon this over our fries. And then I don't know if you want to garnish with some chives for us.
There we go. I was reaching for the onions.
So we're gonna put the onions on last. So we've got some chopped chives, and then how we made the onions was it's just a baby onion that we peeled and sliced, dipped into some flour and some milk, and then deep fried.
Okay.
So we've got some really crispy onions that are going to go on the top.
There we go.
And
super crispy.
really, I mean, you can hear that crunchy sound, and this is so delicious. I mean, yeah.
This is like taking your normal fries to that next level. I mean, these are amazing loaded fries. I love that the recipe is available. I have to taste one. I mean, I can't be here. So we've got one of the band members, Frank. Do you want to come and join us and have a taste? I don't know how you feel about loaded fries. Well, we've got the finished product there, so you're welcome to taste that side. I'm going to taste over here. Here we go. I need a grab with the sauce. And you have to be brutally honest. This is live TV.
Brutally honest.
Oh, wow.
All right. I'm hungry.
That's a good helping.
All right, hold on.
It's breakfast of champions,
All right,
yeah.
all right, here we go.
Oh, I get that chili bite. It's hot.
That's pretty good. Yeah. That's
Okay,
nice.
we got the stamp of approval. Of course, can't wait to hear you guys perform a little bit later. Ilham, I know you are here to throw our diets off completely.
I know, I'm sorry.
You've got another delicious meal recipe in the kitchen
Yeah.
for us. Well, there you have it. We've got more performance coming from Neon Dreams. They're with us today on your Feel Good Breakfast show. So don't go anywhere. And of course, if you want to get your hands on this recipe, you can find it on expressoshow.com. Here we go.
Only you can make my day. Made with love by Clover. It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Hopefully you had an amazing long weekend and you're ready to sink your teeth into the rest of the week, and we're helping you dive right in with an amazing performance from Neon Dreams in just a moment. But first, we've got to be gracious in welcoming these Canadian gents here for their what we are hoping is going to be an unforgettable trip. And of course, Maynard's, home of the hashtag Juicy Kaboom, offers a range of mouth-watering fruity gums and jellies with birch that absolutely burst with flavor in your mouth, leaving you feeling refreshed when you need it most. So what better way to refresh the gents before they perform with a little bit of a gift? Dude, we're going to make you eat this whole show. So you can decide between yourselves who's a jelly bean kind of a guy and who's a fruit gum kind of a guy.
I like both.
You know what? You didn't ask. I'm gonna go for the jelly bean.
There we go. And this is for jumping off the towers, man.
Oh,
you can have one. Don't let it ruin your voice, man. Now, these are yours, gents. Thank you so much. I got to ask, because it feels like you kind of...
It's a juicy kaboom!
Whoa! It was a juicy kaboom.
Juicy kaboom.
That was just in your head, eh? That didn't actually happen on air. Have you guys picked up any of the lingo? I realized when you guys walked in, I was like, how's it, gents? How are you doing? How's it means hi.
Away.
Clearly, they are ready to embrace South African culture, and most importantly, they're South African fans, and there are many, many here. And when we connected with this Canadian, I think, alternative pop duo, but they say they bring a lot of energy via video call in February. We couldn't wait for them to come out here and actually perform, do what they do in front of our studio audience, and they are here. They're going to be obviously hitting all over Mzansi, and they'll bring you all their tour updates, but they are here right now, Neon Dreams, to perform just for you on the Expresso stage. We were kings, gents. Take it away.
Remember when I was new in town? I always walked straight with my head down. They didn't even try to figure me out until you came around. Yeah, everyone thought that I played ball, 'cause I was 13 and 6 feet tall. Skipping out class and writing songs. You were there to sing along. Yeah, we were kings before we had a crown. Yeah, we had dreams, but damn, look at us now. Even if we're so far away, remember those days like yesterday. You're in all these memories. I haven't seen you since 17, but you know that don't change a thing, 'cause you still mean everything. Yeah, you still mean the world to me. Remember when they beat me down again? Yeah, just for the color of my skin. And when I thought I'd fall apart, you were there to pick me up. Yeah, we were kings before we had a crown. Yeah, we had dreams, but then look at us now. Even if we're so far away, remember those days like yesterday. You're in all these memories. I haven't seen you since 17, but you know that don't change a thing, 'cause you still mean everything. Yeah, you still mean the world to me. No, 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 no. So far away, remember those days like yesterday. You're in all these memories. I haven't seen you since 17, but you know that don't change a thing, 'cause you still mean the world to me. Yeah, you still mean the world to me. Yeah, you still mean the world to me.
I don't think we were ready, man. I don't think we were ready for that. Wow, it's so good to have you guys here. Thank you. You were straight out the gate, so never mind that it's 7:30 in the morning, bro. That was phenomenal.
Yo, thank you.
Absolutely beautiful. I feel now really, really special that we kind of get to be a part of you starting this tour here. It's amazing. Absolutely cool. What does that song mean? It seems to have such a deep personal resonance, man.
I was out for a while on tour. I was missing my friends, and I wanted to let everybody know that I still care about them, no matter how big we get as a band, no matter like where we go in life. Like since the last day you saw me, that's the same person, you know. Like even if I haven't seen you since we were like 17 years old, you know. Yeah.
Oh man, absolutely beautiful, and you get to see them live on tour here in Mzansi. They are here for you from the 1st to the 15th of May, and you can get all of the ticket pricing details, all of the tour date details on neondreams.ca. Gentlemen, what an absolute pleasure. What a way to start a Wednesday morning. Can I get another round of applause? More music on the way. S3 is the new home of the Safters, so open up with S3 in your feel-good breakfast show between 6 and 9 a.m. on Thursday, the 29th of April, as we celebrate the best in film and TV entertainment that Mzansi has to offer.
We'll be leading the wave of the 2021 Safta nominations announcements live on the show, so make sure that you watch and follow our Expresso social pages to see which categories we'll be announcing.
Let's applaud the ingenuity and development of new talents and salute the excellence of celebrated South African icons.
Open up with Expresso Morning Show and S3 this Thursday.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back, everybody. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show right here on S3. Now listen up. If the best part of your takeaways for you is a chocolate milkshake, then you might want to feast your eyes on this next recipe. My mouth is already salivating for this. This one is for those times when your chocolate needs more chocolate, okay? Simply try a Clover Bliss chocolate brownie milkshake, and I can say this, you are going to thank us later, Ilam.
Yes.
What is that?
It's just, it's heaven. That's what it is. It's just, I mean, look at it.
So here's the thing, right? Chris Hemsworth gets about 6,000 calories a day. He can afford to eat like that. Me, if I have a sip of that, that is going one place and one place only. But you're going to teach us how to make it?
Yes.
Because this will be my cheat meat cheat meal for the weekend.
Yes, you just save it for later.
Save it for
later. Okay. So what we're going to do is we've got some ice cream.
Yummy.
That vanilla ice cream that we're going to base our shake on. And we're going to take about maybe 2 or 3 scoops of this. And Jamie, I don't know if you want to take that ganache, if you want, and like swirl it around the glass, just make it all pretty for us.
I can do that for you. Because you really went in with that. It looks so beautiful. Okay. There we go. And just like the vanilla ice cream already, that is stunning. And then paired with this, because you can really use the bliss for everything. You can put it on pancakes, on waffles.
Yes. I mean, it's just...
This is like a match made in heaven.
So I'm going to actually add about maybe a 1/4 cup of the chocolate bliss into my... Ooh, look at that.
Oh, stop, but don't stop. We are going in with the chocolate.
Yeah, more is more. Okay. So we're going to add maybe about 1 cup of milk. And then, now this is what makes it a brownie milkshake. We've got some chopped brownie that we're going to add in.
I'm laughing, Marins, and I'm just like, this is so amazing.
Okay, and then we're just going to blend this up.
Do you think you're just watching this, your husband is hungry right now?
Oh, I'm sure he wishes he was here. He's like, why doesn't she make that for me at home? Because
maybe we can put this, because it is a takeaway, so maybe you can take this away for him. I'm not going to touch it at all, so that we can send it for him, because I'm sure he's like, that looks so good. And I'm sure everybody at home is looking at this like, yes, yes.
Then why not add some more whipped cream? I mean...
Again, you can use this for your pancakes. This, you know, the Clover Bliss can be for your pancakes, your waffles, ice cream, anything goes.
And then, would you like to decorate for us?
Do I? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this is some chocolate.
Yeah, some more brownie pieces. And then we've got some flake to go over the top as well.
I don't know. Like it, guys. What is even happening right now?
Yum.
Hungry husband, we made this one just for you. And of course, you can find the recipe or the list of the ingredients on expressoshow.com. We are going to go to the news for this one. I'm going to save this for your husband. It's even falling right now. But if you missed out on any of these steps, you can head on over to this quick recap.
Made with love by Clover.
Okay, the calorie load has been done. You're going to have to work hard to work this off today, buddy. Yes, we are searching for that Chris Hemsworth body today. But we also are overjoyed to have Frank and Adrian from Neon Dreams in studio, having a lot of fun with it. We fed you. We fed you guys. Okay, we feel like that's part of our job. You've rewarded us with an amazing performance, so thank you once again for that. Now, we thought we'd connect with our social media viewers. Obviously, you guys have a life online. That is a big part of why you guys are here. So we thought we'd get a bit of a take from some of our followers, see how they are reacting to you guys being here, and then maybe teach you 1 or 2 words that might help you kind of navigate your way through life.
So let's check out what the viewers have to say. We've got Dion Houghton saying, what nice music, with some big heart eyes and a purple heart there as well. I feel the same as you, my man. Ridwan Hassan saying, I love this music. Thank you so much for coming to South Africa. He's a regular, so he's always going to be honest with you. He's saying he loves it. We've got Beauty Smile saying, love, love, love. And then Josephine Pickstone, she's also like our family. She's saying, what country are Neon Dreams from? They are absolutely outstanding.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you guys could answer that question for right now.
We're from Canada.
There you go.
Proudly so, man. Proudly so. So how do you, when you meet someone for the first time in Canada, how would you say? Do you say like, good morning? Do you have any like colloquial vibe for saying that?
Hey, what's up? Sometimes we say, oh, what are you saying, man?
Yeah, what are you saying?
What are you saying, man?
What are you saying?
Man? Yeah, that's what
I've said it to a few people now, and they're so confused.
I'm not saying anything.
It's like saying, hey, what's up?
No trouble, man.
Yeah.
All right, so obviously Afrikaans is one of the prevalent languages here in South Africa. We've got 11 official languages, which can be quite difficult to keep hold of, but we thought we'd teach you just a good morning in Afrikaans, okay? So we'll bring that up onto our screen. Goeiemorgen. I shouldn't have actually said it first. I should have got you to read it. Okay.
That doesn't look like what you said.
Goeiemorgen.
Goeiemorgen. No, you got. Wait a second.
That's not bad.
Like, how do you do that with your throat?
There we go. Like in the morning when you brush your teeth.
Just before you start singing, you go, Goeiemorgen.
Goeiemorgen.
I got to ask a question. So I don't know if this is a demographical thing or if it's maybe just the different languages you learn around the world. But I got a challenge for you while we're doing this, because this is part of our language. Can you pronounce the rrr? We really accentuate the rrr in our language. Can you guys do that? Oh, there we go. That's how you unlock that Afrikaans language, man. It's and rrr. That's all it is.
You're fine now. You guys can go.
You guys are sorted, yeah? So let's try some more. So obviously we have Goeiemorgen, a more slang colloquial version of that, I would definitely say. And this is a little bit more, let's say, disrespectful, so use it with your friends only. Not your elders. I'd say aware. And it's a very slang term that we use in SA as well. So it's kind of like, how you doing? What's up? Aware.
Yeah.
So we say, aware. And it's like an acknowledgement as well. Yeah. The hands. Perfect. The man's nailing it. Yeah.
He definitely says. Okay, so, and when someone does something nice, maybe you want to say thank you. Let's see if you can read that.
Can you pronounce that without any clues?
Donkey.
Donkey.
Danky or donkey? That was close.
No, you nailed it.
No, that was good, man.
That means thank you, man. No, gents, you're well on your way. You're well on your way. And you'll be fine in South Africa. Hopefully you're going to learn many more colloquialisms when you're here. I'm sure the fans are going to take the time to really teach you about South Africa. Absolutely love having you.
Before we get to the last one, I want to make you guys aware of good things. So
aware or aware?
Aware. So I'm going to make you aware of some things. When South Africans are going to love your music, because they are, they're going to have crazy expressions. They're going to say things like, yo, that is jits. Wow, that is kwai. That is daedalic. These are good words. You hear the words kwai, daedalic,
especially daedalic, brother.
Epic, you know what I mean? That's good stuff. So take that with love, because South Africans are being honest over there.
Okay, so let's see if we can wrap around one more word.
Oh, I don't want to say that.
Give it a crack, man. Give it a crack. I don't know why Adrian, you're letting it down, man.
Adrian, go for it, man. You got it.
As belief?
Not bad.
With meaning, asseblief. Asseblief. Please.
Asseblief.
Yeah, and you got to say it with...
Asseblief.
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 There we go, man. Just making it.
That's well
It looked like something different.
Yeah.
I was going to get it right.
Look, man, I'm that's like my second language. I'm from this country. Even I struggle with that. So I'm so impressed with you guys. You're nailing it. Well done.
Well done, boys. We are going to let them do what they do best, which is perform and sing. And they are here to do it for you this morning, so don't go anywhere.
Well, it's just before 7 o'clock. Let's look at your national headlines. Health Minister Zweli Mkhize says there were several COVID-19 cluster outbreaks in mines, schools and townships in 3 provinces, which health experts are monitoring closely. The Northern Cape, the Free State and Northwest have recorded a significant spike in daily new coronavirus infection rates in the last few weeks. Mkhize said it could be attributed to the Easter holiday break, where the virus spread faster. He said these increases show that people are still at risk and must keep using masks and practice social distancing more than ever. And staying with local news, President Cyril Ramaphosa says South Africans' participation in local government elections affords them the opportunity to discard corrupt leaders. Ramaphosa spoke during Freedom Day celebrations at Botshabelo in the Free State. He strongly addressed poor planning, theft and waste of resources affecting the poorest of poor communities. He said it just wasn't acceptable for people to suffer after 27 years of democracy because of the irresponsible actions of officials at local, provincial and national levels. He said South Africans deserved better service delivery. And now moving to news abroad, with already the largest navy in the world, according to the US Pentagon, China has just added 3 state-of-the-art vessels to its arsenal on the same day, highlighting their navy's growing ability to fight at sea. These include a ballistic missile submarine, a destroyer, and a new class of warship that can carry aircraft, watercraft, and marine infantry for amphibious assault operations. Now, the commissioning event was personally attended by Chinese leader Xi Jinping. The new warships were added to the South Sea Fleet, which oversees operations around Taiwan. And staying with news abroad, the Maldives Islands chain is setting itself up as a vaccine tourism destination. The vaccine on arrival scheme was revealed by the country's tourism minister. With a relatively small population, the vaccine supplies donated by various countries and the World Health Organization's COVAX scheme should be sufficient to cover tourists too, Minister Abdullah Mausoom said. The Maldives was amongst the first major global tourist destinations to reopen to foreign visitors in 2020, helped by the fact that social isolation has always been part of the holiday package. And for millennia, it's been believed that Australia's koala bears don't drink water. But of late, it's been reported that some have been dying of thirst. Australian zoologist Valentina Mella's research has, however, established a promising future for one of Australia's most prized and lovable little creatures. Koalas feed primarily on eucalyptus leaves, which provide sufficient hydration. However, when Valentina noticed koalas scaling down from the safety of trees, their sanctuaries for water, she knew something was terribly wrong. Her field research in the state of New South Wales, a hot spot for climate-related koala deaths, found that climate change has been drying up eucalyptus leaves. As a result, many koalas were sourcing the ground for alternative sources, rendering them vulnerable to dingoes, dogs, and speeding cars. To keep them hydrated and out of harm's way, Valentina has installed drinking stations throughout many areas. She found that the area's koalas, increasing numbers, regularly sought out the stations to drink water. Her study has been of major importance for the conservation of these iconic little creatures. Well, on that note, that's where I leave your morning headlines. I'll have a final update shortly after 8.
Thanks so much. So we start with an icon on the pitch now. AB de Villiers struck an impressive 75 not out from just 42 deliveries to guide the Royal Challengers Bangalore to a narrow one-run victory over the Delhi Capitals. That was at the Narendra Modi Stadium in the Indian Premier League yesterday. The South African batsmen smashing 5 4s and 3 6s as RCB posted 171 for 5 in their 20. And the Capitals then needed 6 off the final ball, but Rishba Pant was only able to find the boundary rope as RCB won the match to go top of the standings. Then in the IPL today, it's the Chennai Super Kings up against the Sunrisers Hyderabad at 4 p.m. Then some great midweek football action in the Premier Soccer League last night. SuperSport United showed some grit coming from behind to draw a goal piece against Swallows at the Dobsonville Stadium. Fawaz Basadin opening the scoring for the Birds before Sipho Mbule scored a late equalizer for Masatzansa to share the spoils. Now, other PSL results, Maritzburg United, they edged out Stellenbosch FC 1-0 at the Donny Craven Stadium in Stellenbosch as well. There'll be 5 PSL fixtures today, and that includes very highly anticipated encounter between our log leaders, Mamelodi Sundowns, who tasted defeat for the first time this season last weekend, up against Golden Arrows. And then on to international football, one of the biggest cup competitions of them all. Real Madrid and Chelsea played out to a 1-1 draw at the Estadio Alfredo Di Stefano in their first leg UEFA Champions League semi-final. final. Thomas Tuchel's US star Christian Pulisic earning Chelsea an away goal, coveted in this case, 14th minute goal there. Then it was French footballer Karim Benzema who came to Madrid's rescue with a right-footed volley in the 29th minute to equalise in a soaking wet contest. The return leg will take place at Stamford Bridge next Wednesday. And tonight, it's the opportunity to see Paris Saint-Germain up against Manchester City. That's in their semi-final clash at 9 p.m. We'll touch on those headlines again in about an hour or so. Right now, let's greet the day with some of your beautiful sunrise pictures.
Thank you, Graham, and thank you to all of our viewers that have taken the time to share their beautiful sunrise photos with us. Now, we love seeing how you start your day, and Samantha van der Rede from Caledon shared this image of the sun rising over the hill. If you are in Caledon today, you can have plenty of sunshine this morning. The day will turn cloudy with some rain and drizzle this afternoon. And then one of our regulars, Samuel B. Jacobs from Beaufort West, shared this fantastic golden sunrise with us. Beaufort West can expect a partly sunny day ahead, reaching a maximum of 26 degrees Celsius. Now, if you would like to share your photo with us, it's really simple. Just head on over to the Expresso Facebook page and don't forget to include your location so that we can give you a brief weather update too. Now, we also have many international viewers tuning in on both YouTube and the Africa channel in the US, which brought, and of course for this morning, our 7 a.m. segment, we are featuring the African city of Windhoek, the largest city in Namibia. Windhoek has over 300 sunny days per year and experiences a hot, semi-arid climate with the annual average temperature above 18 degrees Celsius. Today we'll have times of sun and clouds reaching a maximum of 28 degrees Celsius. And then some aerial images have shown a billowing cloud of yellow dust smothering Gansu's Linzhi County in China. Low visibility resulted in multiple car accidents in the province, and meteorologists warned people to stay indoors and keep windows shut. China suffers from enormous dust storms, which each spring, when sand is lifted from the Gobi Desert in the north and the country, and Mongolia. It's then dumped onto cities as far away as Shandong on the east coast. The sandstorms have been made worse by desertification. The Gobi Desert increases in size each year, transforming farmland into desert. In March, the worst sandstorms in a decade hit China's capital, Beijing, pushing air pollution levels off the charts and forcing airlines to ground hundreds of flights. China, however, plans to halt sandstorms by planting a natural barrier of trees, also known as the Green Great Wall, in stripped forest areas. Well, on that note, let's quickly look at your temperatures here in South Africa. If you are in Polokwane, expect a low of 12, a high of 28. Mbombela 14, reaching a high of 29. Pretoria 13, 27. Johannesburg 11 with a high of 25. Sunny conditions in Mahikeng 14 with a high of 30. Klerksdorp 11 met 'n maximum van 30. Kimberley 13, 28. Bloemfontein 10 met 'n maximum van 26. If you're in Richards Bay, expect a low of 18, a high of 27. Pietermaritzburg 13, reaching a high of 27. Partly cloudy in Durban today, reaching a high of 26. Mthatha 13 with a high of 25. East London 17 with a high of 22. Partly cloudy conditions in Cradock with a low of 11, a high of 26. Gqeberha 15, reaching a high of 21. George 12 with a high of 19. If you're in Cape Town today, 12 is your low, 18 your high. Worcester 10, reaching a high of 26. Partly cloudy conditions for Sutherland today, a low of 6, a high of 19, and Uppington 13, reaching a high of 33 degrees Celsius. That's where I leave your weather for now. A final update coming your way at 8 o'clock.
So here's the thing, we asked you on social media earlier on, do you think you have what it takes to beat Mr. Nature Boy right here and Chris Hemsworth, Thor, in an arm wrestle, okay? We wanted you to show us your muscles. I think this is the best part of my job, everybody, because we want to see what you guys had to show us. Let's take a look. So, Gary Outcome, work in progress.
Very nice,
Thumbs
Gary.
up,
And
thumbs
if I was to stay up quite closely, I can see some good curvature on those buys. Check out that vein coming out of the shoulders over there as well. Gary's got it going on. Yeah, man. Work in progress. You've arrived, my friend. This is just fine. fine-tuning for you, it looks like it. Well done. Mark Gavin in the building. Good morning, Muay Thai. This discipline is known as the art of 8 limbs, so watch out. I've got to be honest and say that this is where I put all the respect through to. This sport is no joke whatsoever. Don't be fooled. These guys can absolutely slay. They're so conditioned. They're so primed for their sport. I'm afraid of those guys.
Mark Gavin,
I'll give that one to Mark.
Mark Gavin, I'm here for all of this. Thank you so much for blessing our timeline. Is that all? No, come on. We want to have Gary and Mark. I'm sure there's more. So we want to encourage you guys, please show us your muscles. Do you think you have what it takes to go, you know, head to head with Mr. Nature Boy himself?
You asked and you received. Gail's come through. Gail Brand says, good morning, beautiful Expresso family. Even if I did have the muscle, I would probably crumble if Nature Boy just touched my hand. Oh, you're making this dark skin blush out here.
Wow.
And then Tripod just putting up that picture of looked like Hulk over there. So yeah, I'm not even going to get involved with that. You know what happened when Hulk and Thor went head to head. If you watch the movie, you'd find out what that result is. But
so listen, here's the thing. We are going to be going through what Thor eats in a day, how he prepares for the movies, how he gets those guns out. So you want to stick around for that. But again, let us know if you would go head to head with Mr. Nature Boy himself and Chris Hemsworth. Good luck.
Made with love by Clover.
You can do anything. All you need is determination. And a fresh pair of these Nallis. But what's the point of looking like Injeke if your dreams go up in flames? In this world of doing it for a gram, do you want a bank that takes your money or a bank that takes your money seriously?
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso on S3. And if you thought we were just going to derail your diet with loaded fries and delicious chocolate brownie,
Of attempting his workout and diet might sound a little bit intimidating, but it is not impossible for the average Joe. And this morning, as we wait in anticipation for the release of Thor, Love and Thunder, we can be taking a quick look at how the Australian actor has been getting into what I must say is a godlike shape. The brother is looking snatched for the gods.
I could not disagree with you there, Jamie. The man is absolute goals, especially for lads like me that are just trying to do the most and trying to do more. He is an absolute inspiration, like he truly is. And I mean, if you see what the guy's been doing and everything that it took to get ready for the movie roles that he does, you'd be blown away, to be very honest. It's insane.
that looks intimidating. I mean, we're looking at like some fitness footage right now. Let's quickly, I know diet is a very important aspect of any fitness regime. What would he be eating?
So it's quite interesting because Chris actually normal Chris, the normal-bodied Chris, isn't...
The Chris that dated Miley Cyrus.
No, that's the brother.
Oh, that
That's
was the
Liam
brother. That was Liam,
Hemsworth. That's
actually.
Liam.
Yeah,
I
knew
you're
it was
right.
one of them.
A little bit shorter. So remember, Chris Hemsworth were like 1.9, so he's like 8 centimeters, 7 centimeters taller than me already. So he's a tall bloke. On top of that, especially for the movie role like Thor, they focused a lot on his arms. The reason being is because if you look at the costume, they're not really showing the lower body that much. You don't see the pecs and the abs as much as you do.
So he skipped leg day.
So he kind of just focused more on arm. They didn't skip it altogether, but eating like that is insane because he literally has to put on like 20 extra pounds. What that means for someone that's that tall, that's in excess of up to 6,000 calories a day. That is huge. Now, for someone like me weighing just above 80 kgs, I'm 183. I eat about 3,500 calories, and that's being an athlete. That's running, training, exercising, going ham, and using that fuel. He's using that fuel just to pick up size and look good. So it's a lot of food. Example being, one of his meals alone as a snack is like 3 chicken breasts included in that. For some people, that's their food for the entire day.
True.
So it's not cheap.
That's just his snack.
Yeah.
And I'm taking it like the downside to all of this is obviously how expensive this must be to eat 6,000 calories. But let's speak about the upside to eating the way he does.
Yeah, I want to just touch on the downside a little bit more because it's not just the price. Downside is consistency, the requirement for you to be eating almost every 2 hours in a day, and sometimes eating at a point where you're not actually hungry, but yet you still got to pack it in. That's really difficult, especially when it comes to whole foods.
Yeah.
Not an easy task. But when you're asking the question of the pros of
The
it,
pros of it,
look
besides
at
looking
him.
like that.
Look at him. The pros of it obviously is that he's fueled for performance, right? So apart from him getting lots of DMs, he's fueled to do...
Did you just say DM?
Yes, that's one of the benefits, definitely. But what is definitely going to happen is that he's fueled for his performance. So not only is it the aesthetic value, remember, this man's learning lines. He's got massive dialogue. He's got to be on set. He's got to get in makeup, wardrobe, costume. He's got to be rehearsing right through the night, and he's training. And on top of that, the man's launched a fitness app. So he's busy. So you need to fuel yourself to do all the things that you're doing in a day. It's a long day. If you look at the day that this guy has, the minute he wakes up, literally his eyes open, he's putting something in his body just so that he can keep doing what he's currently doing right now.
That's insane. I have to ask you, so I'm always wonder when someone focuses so much on, you know, bulking up and they don't maintain it, so now the role is done, what happens to all of that?
There we go,
you
problems.
just look like a lump of lard.
So this is the crazy thing, and I've got so many friends, and especially when it comes to swimming as an example. Swimmers eat so much, right? But it's because they need the energy. They're burning so many calories. 3 months into a swimmer retiring, the little belly starts to pull through, the sagginess comes through. So that's exactly what's going to happen. If he was to carry on eating 6,000 calories or less and not exercise, that fuel is not being utilized. So your body's so intelligent, it stores it as reserves. So you've got glycogen reserves, you've got your lipid reserves. Your body's trying to save it as energy because it thinks it's still going to do these activities, but actually, because you're not doing the activities, it just gets stored as fat. So there's a balance. You've got to be fueling for the right amount of exercise that you're going to be doing as well. And on top of that, not only is he just training, but in his everyday life, he's an active person. So he adopts a very similar philosophy to me, moving every day. You don't have to be going gung-ho in the gym. That's predominantly for work. For him, it's about a lifestyle. It's about just maintaining and having fun. You'll see him surf. You'll see him doing all these sorts of dynamic movements, animal flows. So he does have variety in his workouts as well.
We have a picture of him actually bulking up. So you were speaking about the DMs. I think anybody would slide in the DMs in the first frame. But the second frame, it's like... That's a man.
It's like
on the left is a boy, on the right is a man.
It looks like he found his twin and then just ate him. And then that was the end result. Like he doubled up in size. It's insane. But clearly that is no easy feat if you take into account what the man's been doing.
I know we're going to go into the fitness regime a bit later on, but how sustainable is this? Because I know you always speak about, you know, getting the aesthetic and looking a certain way, but really how long can you be able to eat this way for a period?
It's very unsustainable, but at the same time, anything is possible in this game. Remember, at the end of the day, when it comes to health, when it comes to beauty, and it's your goals, it's what you can enjoy. So you need to find a system that you can every single day look forward to doing, look forward to maintaining, and then the results are just like the cherry on the top for me. And I think that's where this man's found a beautiful niche and a beautiful balance. So Mzansi, for you guys at home, don't go anywhere because we're going to put the talk into the action, the proof in the pudding, and we're going to be going through some exercises to get that Hemsworth tricep that we all are craving and figure out how he got into that role for Thor. So stick around for that magic.
Look at that font. That is amazing.
Yeah, the camera's on us.
It's amazing. Thor, Love and Thunder. It's a Hemsworthy show, and we are loving the fact that we get to revel in some, I'm thinking, hoping, really good cinema, because we dig Thor, and we've grown to love the franchise. No, I like the direction it took with Ragnarok. I really love that.
Oh, man, look at that, by the way. You know, a little bit of fame and the raccoons go down the tubes. Like, that's probably drink. Like,
they go feral, man.
I'm not knocking him, but Rocket looks like he's having a hard time. He really needs to take a break from fame. But clearly, yeah, Expresso is going ham for Hemsworth.
We are, dude.
So I'm jumping on this train for reasons. There have been 3 Thors thus far. This will be the 4th, which means that in the Marvel Universe, he's the first lead character to get 4 movies.
Wow.
So clearly a big deal. It means that he's funny enough. It means he's action-packed enough. And it means, like you said, Taika Waititi, what he did with the whole Ragnarok. Great fun.
People digged it. People liked it, yeah. And it means he's bankable. It means Hemsworthy is Hemsworthy, okay? It means he's probably getting 20 million a film.
Hanging out with nobody's like, who's it, Matt Damone, I think you pronounce it? Matt
Damone.
So, Taika Waititi on the right, if people didn't know his face, he's the man behind the camera, that's the director. Last year, Jojo Rabbit, which was also Oscar nominated and everything like that. And will be doing the 4th Love and Thunder. There he is with Oscar winner this year, that's Anthony Hopkins of The Father, who played Odin, won't be returning for obvious reasons, if you've seen.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So who is in this? I'm seeing some names, man. You mentioned Mr. Damon. He is the actor Loki.
Yes. Obviously, he had that silly cameo, but now returning for just that cameo, I don't think any major role. Look at these boykies, bro.
Loving Robert Whittaker, an Australian fighting in the octagon.
So yeah, Matt Damon in it, returning only for a cameo, nothing major, but big deal. Another dude who loves to get swole and going through body transformations and that kind of stuff. Christian Bale, who sadly for him is just going to be voicing someone, it seems. This is Gore, the God Butcher. Everyone knows Gore, the God Butcher, right?
Yeah.
Pete, our cameraman, just threw up a fist. He seems very keen about that guy. But
a name like Gore.
I don't know how anyone's going to be able to tell Christian Bale, you don't need to lose weight. Chill. You're just in a voice booth. Like, he's still going to show up.
Don't only eat apples for 3 months.
Showing up like I'm there in a forklift or something to do voice work for Gore. So a fantastic actor, and I'm sure we'll do justice even to the voice work.
Yeah, for sure.
This villain. Next character is
Russell Crowe.
Yes, are you not entertained?
Oh, come on.
Playing Zeus. Again, this is not a major role necessarily. We don't know many details. In fact, all the movies we're talking about, there are not a lot of details because this one is for May next year at this point. But hey, pandemic permitting. Russell Crowe hanging out there with the wife and the husband before a rugby match. Shame, such sweeties. There's so much shooting going on in Australia because they handled a pandemic responsibly. So you get to make movies.
And they quarantined for like a month.
Natalie Portman returns after it seemed like she wasn't going to make the return because she's too snooty and too good for Marvel, which is true. That's a shot of her from Annihilation, which is such a good movie. But yeah, she might come back as obviously Jane Foster, the physicist who was with Thor,
but now she's someone else.
Turning into Mighty Thor. She gets the honor of holding Mjolnir, which is the hammer that says that she's worthy.
It's only that who is worthy.
And so we'll see how that plays out. There being 2 Thors, basically. And then Tessa Thompson returns. She's obviously Valkyrie. Thor at the end of Endgame. I can spoil this for you. If you've not seen Endgame by now, you're probably you're from another planet.
You probably never will.
She was given the role of King of New Asgard in Norway. And my man returns. My favorite of all. Korg.
A scene stealer. A scene stealer.
Totally.
He's going to do it again.
Voiced by Taika Waititi, the director. Pee off Ghost. I can't use the real word, but it was top 5 hardest laugh JP had that year. Korg, love him dearly. Jason Aaron did the comics for this, so it will be based roughly on this story. So if you want to know more of the details,
get into
the juice about what Love and Thunder might end up being about, it's based on the Jason Aaron comic series called The Mighty Thor. And what it will involve then is Natalie Portman's character, the Mighty Thor, actually has this tension between if she keeps using the power, she actually kills herself possibly, but we'll see when the movie comes out. What's really fantastic though is that
she almost dies in every one. Let's be honest, she's almost
that's
died
just a
in
class,
every-
That's just a class actor trying to find a way out of a contract. Like, I swear.
almost
She
died in
deserves so much
everyone.
better. Even though, look, the Thor series is great fun.
Remember the Dark Ether? That almost took her the last time.
Sure,
Okay,
JP
come on.
knows the Dark
Come on,
Ether. I'm 35,
okay.
Graham. And my favorite thing about the whole thing is that shooting started on the 26th of January, which is Australia Day, inverted commas. And fortunately, they took the time rather to spend it with First Nations on shooting day, where they received
cool,
blessings
man.
from 2 tribes of Australian First Nations, Taika Waititi and Chris Hemsworth. It was a beautiful ceremony that they had,
cool
blessing the
is
shoot,
that?
welcoming them to the specific spot in Sydney where they started shooting in January. And Chris Hemsworth attached with it on his Instagram a message saying, "Can we please move the date of Australia Day because of the memories of pain and the suffering and the exploitation and the persecution and the oppression that we persecute, that we perpetrate on First Nations."
Yeah.
So good for them, having their heart in the right place and trying to support local, going back centuries. That's Thor: Love and Thunder, May 2021. 22 at this point.
Can I just say it, man? Can I just say it?
What?
JP Sebastian, you all love
I'm always
thunder.
flabby.
Oh, you
okay.
all love and thunder, buddy. We love you. We love you for everything that you do for us. And I love these little chats, man. You always make me feel so much better about the world. And of course, better about keeping it Hemsworthy, because that's what we're doing today. More workouts coming your way, more diets coming your way, and of course a little bit more on the movies in just a moment. JP Sebastian is going to stick around. Give us a smirk.
Happy Hemsworth, everyone.
Give us a smirk.
Merry Chris.
welcome back, you beautiful souls. It's S3 opening up and showing you nothing but a good time right here on Expresso, where we are live. And we were talking about Hemsworthy muscles. We're talking about the man himself, Thor, and we're talking about everything when it comes to his exercise. And it's intense cardio. He does boxing, kickboxing, battle ropes, body weight and strength exercises, and even surfing, which is all a part of his movement. And Australian actor Chris Hemsworth does everything he can, literally, to stay in tip-top shape for leading roles such as Thor. Now, in order for Hemsworth to transform into that likable and mighty god of thunder character that he plays, the protector of Asgard as planet Earth alike, he needs to, among other things, build muscle, of course. So this morning, I'm going to be taking through a Chris Hemsworthy workout, and I got the ladies here to join me, of course, so that you've got no excuse at home. And I think everybody's going to love this. So what we're doing, and what we spoke about earlier, was getting the arms of Chris Hemsworth, all right? Hemsworthy arms. So we're going to focus on, there's three elements to the arm, right? We've got the shoulders, the biceps, and the triceps. So we're going to focus on bis and tris, and we'll do the shoulders a little bit later. But these are the essentials. And I mean, if you can see the picture of the man, that's exactly what we're going to get going down over here. What? Steam in the studio. All right, so we're going to start off with the bicep. Funny enough, if you haven't really figured it out yet, bi means two. That means that there are two muscles in the bicep, and we're going to hit both of them. So there's a long head and a short head, right? The short head's the one that gives you that nice big peak at the top of your bicep, all right? And then the long head's the one that gives you the size and that girth, all right? So we're going to be tackling both of those. And ladies, don't worry. A lot of women are so afraid that if they do weight work, their arms are going to get massive and huge, and they're going to look like a bodybuilder. If that was the case, you got something special going on. Trust me, it doesn't matter what exercise you do, it's the diet that's going to impact the look at the end of the day. So if you do workouts like this, the amount of carbs you put in and fat you put in is going to determine if it's bulky or if it's toned. Okay. Makes sense? Yes. So let's get into it, all right? So I'm going to start off with something nice and functional. It involves the whole body because you're going to get a good stimulus. What we're going to do is, I've got a heavy kettlebell here. Zoe's got a heavy one in terms of females, and then we've got a water bottle for anybody that wants to come out here and give me an excuse that you don't have exercise equipment. I'm not buying that. You've got a water bottle, anything else you can use. So what we're going to do is, starting off with somewhat of a deadlift. So we're going to squat down, keeping the weight down at the ground. Now from here, keep your ditches, which are your elbows, pointing upwards. And then you want to do a bicep curl all the way to your face. Keep it there and then slowly release on the way down. And then we can stand up for a rest. That's one set, all right? So we're using the glutes as well as everything else of the body, not just the arms. We want to get good stimulus here. So let's go back down again. Watch the timing that we're going with this. So we're bringing it to the face, and then it's a nice slowly release. So this is the eccentric load. Nice and slow on the way down. You might feel a little bit of a shake in your biceps. That's a good thing. That means we're breaking down the biceps and those muscles. You want to go for about 8 to 12 reps of this, 3 sets in total, and that's going to hit one of the heads of the bicep. Let's move over to the long head. So that was the one that's going to get us that peak, get us that nice little mountain at the top. Now we want to get that girth and that thickness. What we're going to do with that is change our grip, all right? So Jamie, you can do the same thing with a bottle. Have the kettlebell in one hand only for this one. You can, if the kettlebell's too heavy, grab it with both hands, but let's try this one first. So coming from the side, I want to bring the weight up to the side of my body, not in front of me, while still curling. This is going to give me that girth, right? So bring it straight up, all the way through. There we go. Nice stuff. Try focus on the bicep working more than the shoulder, and then lower it straight back down again. It does get a bit heavy, and it is quite a challenge. So you want to squeeze as hard as you can, and then slowly lower it down and release it. If your weight is too heavy, like Zoe and I might be, you can do the following. Keep your grip on the side of the bottle or the side of the weight right now. Again, we've got a forearm grip, and our hands are facing on the inside. And again, you're just raising that all the way to your face, and then releasing it slowly all the way down. Another 8 to 12 minutes of this, and that'll sort you out for the biceps. Done already. Ready for tries, ladies?
Yes, we are ready.
How are we feeling? So this is the fun stuff. This is where it gets really interesting. And this is where we've got 3 muscles of the tricep. Tri meaning 3, all right? So we've got the medial, which is this one over here. It kind of pops out a bit right on the side of the arm. And then we've got the sort of long head over here. Sorry, the lateral one over here, which is right on the side. And that kind of makes this like shoehorn effect. And that's what we're going to go with here today. So first prize, you're going to lean over onto your chair for some support. Try keep a neutral spine. The goal, and this is going to be hard for you and I, Zoe, because our weight's quite heavy. Jamie, you should be able to clock this. You want to get your arms straight up on the side of your body and then extend the weight right behind you, and you'll feel a burn and a squeeze on your arm. I'm going to try it with my weight. It's really heavy though. You want to squeeze, hold it there, and then slowly lower it down once again. I don't know how you guys are feeling. You feeling that burn there, Zoe?
I'm feeling it.
It's hard, eh?
A little heavy.
Let's go for one more. Yep. And let's go down.
I did ask you. I did warn you.
I'm struggling just by the way, guys. It's not that easy. This is a 12 kg, but it's actually challenging me quite a bit. I'm not going to lie. Last one, though.
You make it look light. Very light.
I'm sweating. I'm feeling it. Okay, last one, what we're going to do is hit that nice, thick size of the arm. And about 60% of your arm comprises the tricep and the 40% the bi. So essentially what you want to do is have your weight right behind your head. You're going to have your elbows pointing to the sky, keeping the front part where your bicep and triceps are in a stagnant position. And then we're literally going to raise the weight above our head all the way to the ceiling, holding it there, and then coming straight back down. Remember the eccentric load all the way down, nice and slow. This is going to get that long head of the tri, get that good size. And again, you want to go for 8 to 12 reps in total of this. And I'm honestly trying to figure out now, how does this guy do this every day?
I don't know.
I'm dying here.
But that's why he looks the way he does.
Clearly.
Keep in mind, he probably has a personal chef that does his meal prepping for him. He doesn't host a live breakfast show from 6 till 9, so it's a little bit easier.
And he's probably got an incentive of $50 million to get into shape. So we're going to incentivize you to look this good. We don't have the 50 mil, but it's going to be worth it.
Oh my God. So we've got another segment with you, right?
Yeah, we're going to finish up the arms, though, guys. Don't go anywhere. We're moving over to the shoulders for the next round, and that's going to complete that Hemsworthy arm muscles. And do not go anywhere. Woo.
I'll take the water bottle now. Now I'm swapping.
Woo.
All right, let's change lanes now. If you're looking for fresh and simple takeaway alternatives, then look no further. Chef Clem is in the house and he is giving us a build-your-own burger night with a veggie twist. Woolies spicy red quinoa, butternut and kale burgers. They consist of a beautiful mix of vegetables, ancient grains and some delectable fresh herbs, and you can serve as a vegetable burger with your choice of side. And this looks exciting, Chef Clem.
We're in the same lane. We're staying in the same lane as before, where I was doing. This one works your bicep, and as you release a bit of tricep, a bit of chest. It's all about the burger curl.
It works your quads and your glutes.
Yeah, and then you just that burger curl. So we're staying in the same lane. And this one is really, really delicious. Some people say that veggie burgers don't belong in the same category as burgers. They do.
They have their seat at the table.
And this one is really delicious. So let's get started. So we're using the red quinoa, butternut, and kale burger. And these veggie burgers are honestly...
I'm loving the kind of char, the crisp you're getting on the outside of the patty that you need. It mustn't just dissolve and fall apart. You need to have that beautiful outer layer. How do we achieve that?
So like you said now, you got to get that crispness, the crust, because the rule of the burger, the crust is a must. If it doesn't have it, it's a bust.
That's what
okay, cool.
Wow.
It's true, it's true. Okay, so...
And you, I trust.
You got, I am, okay, so sad news, my microwave just bombed out. But I'm now using my air fryer even more. And these burgers done in the air fryer are insanely good. It's so good. The crisp is insane. Okay, so those go into the pan, same way you would cook a normal burger. Once it goes down, don't mess with it. Let it develop that crust.
Cool.
Then, kind of be a little creative. We do lettuce on a burger normally, which is also like really great. But the other things that you can use instead, we're going to use some...
the flavor, yeah?
And texture. And texture is, as well, fennel. I love fresh fennel, and we're going to use that as our lettuce for today.
Really?
It's so delicious.
If you could describe the flavor profile of fennel, is it like a licorice-y? It's got a bit of a...
I'm not a big licorice fan, but I love fennel. It's got that very subtle licorice flavor, very floral, and it's got the crunch. That's the biggest thing for me.
I was going to say texturally, it's a winner.
It's a winner, absolutely. So then that fennel's done, I'm not going to do anything to it.
Okay.
I've thinly shaved it, and that's what I'm going to do. Then, for my...
those lovely ribbons, cool.
Beautiful ribbons out of baby marrow. Baby marrow, also, you don't have to sear this off, but just add a little bit more smoke. They actually go smoky when you fry them. It's really great. So
a nice char in it,
It's delicious. Same thing I used to shave that fennel, a little veggie peeler.
Cool.
These are really great. Just like, all you got to do is just run it along.
And you get a beautiful, uniform, lovely ribbon, man.
They look very pretty. So then you got your beautiful ribbons, hot pan, very quick. You're not trying to cook this through, because once it does cook through, it goes a bit mushy.
It
You
gets
don't want
mushy.
that.
You just
want a little bit of color on it.
Keep
that
its
goes in
texture,
there.
keep its backbone. Okay, I love that. If you want this recipe, you can find it at woolworths.co.za.
There we go. So,
Results, cool.
got that all done. Burgers. Can you smell that? It smells so good. Okay.
Beautiful, man.
So, clearing up the space, because we're going to start building our burger. Just clear some
I gotta
space
say,
here.
looking at that end result there, the colors are spectacular.
You can actually go a little longer to get more of a crust on it, but it smells so
and
good.
It's held its shape beautifully. That's great.
Can you please hold up one of my new favorite Woolies items?
I can.
And it's
What
the
is it?
bag
What is
that's
it?
in front of you. The root vegetable fries, okay? They're so honestly delicious. They're so good. And I love the potato fries. It's an amazing alternative. Look at you. And if you buy this now, you'll get a Graham Richards phone number, which is 083-321. You didn't even flinch. I was about to give his whole cell phone number out on air. You didn't even flinch. Okay, let's build this burger. We've spoken about the truffle mayo so much. The truffle mayo. Okay, can I get the truffle mayo, and then I'm going to hand it back to you?
That's our
One next to it. There we go.
Truffle-flavored mayonnaise, a delicious, creamy and tangy mayo with a truffle flavor.
It's delicious. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit of this on here. That's going to be on the base of my burger.
Umami for days, man.
Then what I want you to try one of the fries with the truffle mayo.
But now, I didn't realize that this is parsnip as well.
Parsnips, carrots. It's so delicious. It's so good for you. The truffle mayo. The truffle mayo. Okay, so you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to start this thing like my favorite foodie items of the week. Okay? I'm going to try. I'm going to chat to the...
Yeah, for me, this is when you say umami.
Yeah.
And I try and like contextualize it in my brain.
It's that.
Truffle. It's that.
It's truffle.
It's truffle for me.
So I'm going to chat to the powers that be, see if I can do my favorite foodie item of the week. This week, it's the truffle mayo.
No, for sure. I'm backing you.
100%, hands down.
Yeah.
Okay, a little bit of roasted red pepper. Again, that's going to add some sweetness to our beautiful burgers. Then, let's check on our... I like that. Okay, I don't want to done anymore.
What you mean? I know you're always about that. Build the flavors, build it and layer it and build it. Look at the colors popping off that plate, man.
That's the thing. You eat with your eye.
Oh.
And then you got to make sure that everything's beautiful and delicious. Okay, turn you off.
Suddenly, suddenly there are beef burgers right across the land that are insecure right now.
You know what? Beef burgers, it's okay. You're still up there. This is just one. It's a Wednesday. We're going to try something a little different. Top it with our beef patties. A little bit of pesto, what do you think?
Yeah, why not, man?
Why not? A little bit of pesto will actually go beautifully with our truffle mayo.
Oh, the counterbalance of flavors here is spectacular.
Is this a Hemsworthy burger?
Pop. Look, it's pretty nutritious, man. You're ticking so many boxes.
You know what? I need some more truffle mayo. 100%.
You can have it. You can have as much as you want. Use the whole thing. Oh, man, look at that. And always a toasted bun?
Always.
In a bit of butter.
A little bit of butter. Always. That's the rule. That's it. Honestly, a veggie burger done at a restaurant could not be better than what we've just created.
Making me a little bit emotional. It looks absolutely beautiful.
You know what? Look, oh my goodness, look at that.
I was going to say, why stop at one burger? Why not have 3?
You know what? I'm going to do this. I'm double layering our burgers.
Go for it. No one's going to stop. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to do it. Oh, you didn't.
Yes.
You didn't.
Yes.
Oh, my word. You've lost your mind. That looks spectacular. I love the fact that you've got this beautiful, colorful explosion on that plate. Will it stand up on the flavor front?
Do you want to go in?
Maybe
Do you want to go in? Are you going to do this? Okay. I'll take the very hot one.
Okay. Can you do that? Can you do a double?
Okay, so you know the rule. You know how to do this. We did it with Bussy. Okay, when you eat messy food, you stand up to the counter.
Okay.
One step back.
One step back. Okay.
Do a little squat.
Cool.
And then arms at a 45 degree, and then you just hinge it in. And then coming. Burgers for breakfast because you can.
The textures, bro.
Right? The fennel, the peppers, the marrows, the
that
flavor.
Is one of the most beautifully balanced burgers I've ever bitten into. You can find it on woolies.co.za. Wow.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Mr. JP Sebastian continues on a very hymns-worthy day. I'm sorry, I've got a mouthful of burger still. We made the most delicious burgers.
Is that code for something? Is that because I'm a bit older than you? Is that what you're calling it these days?
Awesome. That was honestly one of the nicest burgers I've ever bitten into.
You have to tell me about it at some point. Maybe not now, but...
Dude, right now we're going to sink our teeth into more Chris Hemsworth. I have a feeling it's going to turn you around. I want you to take me through a filmology.
Yeah, sure. That's the word.
Is that a word?
You got a mouthful of burger. You could have said anything at that point. Someone confused Daniel Kaluuya for the Lesiosum Jr.
We've watched him grow. We've watched him grow from like a small-time soapy actor in Australia to becoming we've established one of the
Jack to Swole. You were talking about his roles.
Yeah, we've watched him grow and shrink and grow and shrink physically.
We celebrated him yesterday with a public holiday. No doubt that was about him, I'm sure, too. Let's talk about the movies that he's got forthcoming aside from Thor, Love and Thunder, however. And so he's no stranger to, like, espionage type things. Special forces, spec ops, dark ops.
You can do that stuff, man,
and so we see a return to a sequel for Extraction.
Oh, cool, okay.
Which came out, that was last year, October. And immediately, that's obviously a good sign, probably. Yeah. It gets a follow-up in Extraction 2, which is dated for the end of this year at this point. What's really cool there is that we've seen him as a golden boy a lot of the time. Maybe, a lout. He's a bit of a, I won't clean up my room, mom, type character in Thor. But the characters, it seems like he's taking something on a lot more ambitious. By the way, those are shots from 12 Strong, and that's Black Hat, which is in that similar vein of what we're talking about here, the dark ops and all that kind of thing. Shame, Michael Mann's movie should have been a lot better because he's such a good director, but Chris Hemsworth did what he could. Nevertheless, Extraction 2 is a return to more of an ambiguous character. It's not clear that he's good.
He's a bit of a broken,
he's a merc.
He's a bit of a broken soul as well.
And so maybe
he's gone through.
Maybe that's an interesting direction for this guy to go to, especially if you don't want to get typecast as just superhero guy. Good for him to try and spread his wings.
Because I think as an actor, he's got the chops to do it. I think he could make
the karate chops too, no doubt.
The fight scenes in Extraction were insane.
There was apparently a 12-minute one shot.
It was amazing.
That went from car to knife to gun.
And I think he had a lot to do with the creative process of that, which is pretty cool. But yeah, him at his best as an action star, undoubtedly.
It only promises a bright future. And in fact, it's Joe Russo who wrote this. This is the guy who, with Anthony Russo, the Russo brothers of Avengers, has promised that it seems like Chris Hemsworth's entering into his own sort of like Bourne story arc. So maybe that's good for him too. Next up, it seems like our director would like to talk about Furiosa. Super psyched, you can see, for obvious reasons, JP. Whoopsie. Sorry, sound gentleman, whose mic I just touched vigorously, aggressively, furiously.
So how does this fit into the universe?
So it's not clear entirely what Chris Hemsworth is going to be doing. Obviously, he's not going to be Max. That was Tom Hardy. But this is a prequel to the Charlize Theron's character, Furiosa, going to be played by Anya Taylor-Joy. It's going to be great to see these two actors playing off each other, Chris Hemsworth and Anya Taylor-Joy. The Chess TV series, I don't watch TV, so you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you mean,
but also The Witch. Cool. She's such a good actress.
She's phenomenal.
Emma,
brilliant,
and so that will be her prequel that she's going to be taking charge of. You just saw some photos there of him with George Miller, who's the director and creator and the genius.
The genius,
behind Mad Max. Chris Hemsworth said he grew up on these. It's the reason he got into filmmaking. And so it's such a great honor and totally scary, in fact, for him to fill Mel Gibson's shoes, Tom Hardy's shoes.
Oh, for sure.
And to be under the yoke of George Miller. Super excited he is about that.
Yeah, one of the greatest.
No date for that just yet. But Chris Hemsworth is also not a stranger to sports biopics. Rush was very good.
Was very, very good.
I was surprised, because Ron Howard can be a bit cheesy, and Chris Hemsworth, I thought maybe he's just a muscle boy, maybe he's just a meathead at this point in his career, but put in the work.
He's got the chops?
James Hunt, I think he was playing, the famous race car driver. But next sports biopic that he's going to be involving himself in is playing Hulk Hogan, directed by, oh nuts, his name has escaped me, the guy who directed Joker. Todd Phillips, that's right. And so I wonder what the story is going to be like, because it's obviously not going to be like, touchy-feely necessarily, because Hulk Hogan is what a weirdo, look at them.
I'm just remembering him from Rocky as well, and how crazy he was in that.
He's had a series of ups and downs, most recently a series of N-words, which we'd rather forget.
Yeah, exactly.
So hopefully it's not super forgiving or anything like that. Chris Hemsworth will probably do a very interesting character, because you want to break out of just doing the pretty face thing.
Yeah.
And if we've seen things like The Wrestler in the past, we've seen Christian Bale do The Boxer, I think it was called, if I remember correctly, Foxcatcher, then these sports movies are definitely taking this turn to the more cerebral kind of thing. Hopefully the Hulk Hogan movie isn't just like, hey, if you're a Hulkamaniac, you'll love this. Hopefully it's also interesting. And
it shows the grit behind wrestling, man. And thank you, you brought us a
Quiz and a quokka.
A quokka.
Which is a fascinating animal.
That's that.
Tomorrow on Expresso is International Quokka Day. Every segment will be devoted to quokkas, I promise you.
It's the world in union. Awesome stuff, JP Sebastian. You never disappoint. Great chat, great
No
news.
pressure.
It's a Hemsworthy day, so we better get your bodies in shape as well.
Yeah, we're doing the things, we're getting Hemsworthy. And of course, if you were watching us earlier, you saw how we tackled something beautiful. We were looking at that Hemsworthy, or more pertinently, that arm of Thor, that god of thunder. Of course, we hit the biceps and the triceps, which were 3 components of that beautiful arm look that we're going for. And we're going to get us arm Hemsworthy. And we are moving over to the shoulders now. Ladies, how are you feeling after session 1?
Session 1 was good, but I think if we had to do the full reps, as you explained, it would have been a killer.
Definitely. You were like sweating in that. So yeah, it was definitely...
So it's quite cool. So just some motivation, just to show you how effective these workouts are. Here's a video of Thor pre this workout, and you can see what the results are after that. So let's have a look at what he looked like before he actually attempted this. And you can see...
That can't be real.
So if you're feeling like Thor right now on the guitar, all depressed, you've got a bit of a paunch pulling through, then I think this is something that you want to get involved in. This workout's going to sort that all out for you guys, of course.
Oh, the glow up was real, hey? The glow up was internal. Like, look at that. Boom! That's how I turn out. Okay, so let's get into
Zanzi, any of you guys at home feeling that way, then of course you want to grab yourselves a kettlebell or a water bottle. I see Zoe, you've upgraded to a bottle over there.
Myself a water bottle.
Yeah, and you've upgraded to a kettlebell as well. I saw you cleaning your hands after the show as well, so well done to that. We're always keeping it tidy and safe. We are still adhering to the COVID-19 rules, and the pandemic is a real thing. So as much as if we are having fun, we're doing it in a safe way too, all right? So let's get into it, guys. Ooh, my arms are feeling it. I'm not going to lie. That first session was tough. You guys looking fresh. I'm thinking I should maybe swap this with you in the next round. Get those bubbles on. So, the shoulder. We're going to hit the entire heads of the shoulder, right? So we got the posterior, the side or the lateral, and the anterior. So it's front, side, and back for the layman's terms. All right, so let's start off with the front. Again, 8 to 12 reps of the following. We want to keep a nice solid base, have your legs a bit wider than shoulder width apart, and a nice slow controlled pull all the way in front of your face. Hold it there for 2 seconds for isometric hold, and then an eccentric lowering of the weight all the way down back to restart. Let's try that.
I see why you swapped.
Are you feeling this? So if you're getting a shake, that's a good thing. You want to have the shakes. That means your muscles are really working and coming into that proper stimulation. Nice slow release over here. And I've got a little tip for everybody else out there at home. You want to burn some extra fat, and I know the ladies are going to love this one as well. Make this more of a conditioning workout, which is something that Thor would do exactly the same thing as well with his workouts. He only works out for an hour in total. He's capitalizing big time on that hour, but he's doing it every day. So what you could do, instead of just doing a front raise, you could also then go for a little swing. So using your glutes once again, momentum drives the weight up. You hold it there, eccentrically lowering it down once again, and then explode up. Boom. All right, there you go. Now this becomes more functional. Now we're burning even more curls. We're still hitting the shoulder, of course, getting that arm Thor muscle ready, but we're burning curls at the same time. All right, so that's the front of the shoulders complete. How are we feeling, ladies?
Feeling good?
Still
I like kettlebell swing.
Yeah.
The water bottle.
Kettlebell swings with music, it's such a vibe as well. You get into such a cool flow state. All right, so now we're going to go for the side of the shoulder. So that's the lateral sort of a head. What we're going to do is have a little bit of a bend in our body. So I'm going to turn my body to the side just to... Actually, we've got a nice camera on that side. So you can see me from here. I'm just pushing the glutes out a little bit. Nice neutral spine. From here, we're going to raise the dumbbell or your weight to the side of your body. All right, so try not swing too much. Control it. Let's lift it up to the side. And then all the way back down. Remember, controlling it on the way down is quite important. Jamie, well done, by the way.
I know, she's
weights?
strong.
I think we should swap.
No, let's not do that.
All right, so keep that going, hold it up there, and then slowly down, and this is gonna get that nice boulder bulb-like shape on the side of that shoulder. If you're wearing a vest, it's gonna look so good. And once again, you wanna go for 10 to 12 reps in total of this one. Wow.
It's going to be a burner.
Thor's kicking my butt here. Hey, wow, this man has a proper workout in store for us. And we're just doing a sample of it. You guys, get involved. This is really where the hard work comes into play. Last one of the day, all right, is a military press. So we're going to get the higher and sort of that rear area of the adult now. So you're going to bring the weight up top of you. Okay, so I'm using a bottoms-up method. If that's too tricky, you're more than welcome to have the weight in your hand just like this, or where Zoe has with a water bottle. Now what we want to do is basically just pushing it up into the sky, standing tall, standing high, standing proud, control it, get it all the way up there, and then slowly lower it down. So this is somewhat of a military press, but it does involve a lot more control and stabilization as well, especially if you're trying to do the bottoms-up method like I am over here. I don't know about you ladies, how are you feeling over there?
I feel like we should look like Chris Hemsworth's girlfriend after this, just because of this workout.
I reckon if you guys look like this, if you guys look like this with this equipment, doing this workout, and you slid into his DMs, done. That's a yes. That's a yes.
Man.
That's a yes.
You keep thinking of Liam.
Thinking of Liam's
the brother.
Maybe I should just slide into the brother's DM.
Hey, how's your brother doing, Chris? Right, guys, well, don't get distracted like us. Make sure you finish your sets and your reps, of course. 8 to 12 reps in total. You want to go for 3 sets of each exercise, and I promise you consistency at the end of the day, coupled with a good diet, is going to get you Chris Hemsworthy arms. Enjoy, guys. Ladies, thank you for showing us how easy it can be as well.
I wanted to.
You schooled me today. Well done.
Go for it.
Yeah. Boom.
Let's see if you can do it. Do you have your very own Hemsworthy arms at home? We put it to you guys this morning. If you thought you could possibly take on Thor, maybe take on our own nature boy in an arm wrestle, we wanted to see the proof. Get those guns out. Suns out, guns out, baby. And let's see what you had to say. Ridwan Hassan, brother, when and where are we doing the arm wrestle? We'll keep ER24 on standby. Take a look at that. There we go. Well done, buddy. In the zone. He's in gym. He's ready. Well done, son. Let's see if more of the gun show continues. What? I can't show my muscles. Imagine my children seeing their dad naked on TV. They're watching the show. Antonio van Rooyen saying, I like a challenge. Feel free. Let's do it, Law. Okay, that actually is... That's a bit of a challenge. Yeah. I don't know. Raul, I don't know if you... boom. Well done, buddy. You have delivered. Congratulations. I think you could do it. Some Hemsworthy arms there. Keep them coming. We'd love to see the state here. If you think you can do it, if you think you can beat Nature Boy in an arm wrestle, prove it, man. Hit us up on our Expresso Morning Show Facebook page. On that post, put a picture in the comments section.
You can do anything. All you need is determination. And a fresh pair of these Nallis. But what's the point of looking like Njeke if your dreams go up in flames? In this world of doing it for a gram, do you want a bank that takes your money or a bank that takes your money seriously?
S3 is the new home of the Safters, so open up with S3 in your feel-good breakfast show between 6 and 9 a.m. on Thursday, the 29th of April, as we celebrate the best in film and TV entertainment that Mzansi has to offer.
We'll be leading the wave of the 2021 SAFTA nominations announcements live on the show, so make sure that you watch and follow our Expresso social pages to see which categories we'll be announcing.
Let's applaud the ingenuity and development of new talents and salute the excellence of celebrated South African icons.
Open up with Expresso Morning Show and S3 this Thursday.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Woo, you beautiful souls, welcome back. It's S3, we're opening up and we're live right here on Expresso, and we still have so much magic. I've just done what was one intense workout. It's Chris Hemsworthy. I hope he served you well. And we've still got Neo Dreams in the studio. They're going to be performing, bringing all the magic. Wow! But before we get into all of that, let's find out what's happening first up with G in the news.
Thanks so much, Riley. It is almost the top of the hour. Let's see it in with our national news headlines. First, the Minister of Human Settlements, Water and Sanitation, Lindiwe Sisulu, says the 24 Cuban engineers who landed in SA to help repair the country's ailing water infrastructure are here to mentor South Africa's municipal workers and not for employment. In a statement last night, Sisulu said when she made the call for engineers in the country to come forward and work with the department, only 5 companies responded, but now they are crying foul. This after some quarters expressed dismay at the importing of Cuban expertise, saying South Africa had the capabilities domestically. Staying in South Africa, Health Minister William Kiza says there were several COVID-19 cluster outbreaks in mines, schools and townships in 3 provinces, which health experts are monitoring closely. The Northern Cape, the Free State and the Northwest have recorded a significant spike in daily new coronavirus infection rates in the last few weeks. Kiza said it could be attributed to the Easter holiday break, where the virus spread a little faster. Said these increases show that people are still at risk and must keep using masks and practice social distancing more than ever. On the international front, at least 2 people were killed and 27 injured in Chad yesterday as demonstrators took to the streets demanding a return to civilian rule. That after the military took control following President Idris Déby's death last week. Tensions continue to rise following Déby's death, and the military transition is struggling to win over a population exhausted by 30 years of monolithic autocratic rule. A spokesperson for the ruling military council said security forces were attempting to contain the protesters and limit material damage. Then, with already the largest navy in the world, according to the US Pentagon, China has just added 3 state-of-the-art vessels to its arsenal on the same day, highlighting their navy's growing ability to fight at sea. These include a ballistic missile submarine, a destroyer, and a new class of warship that can carry aircraft, warcraft, and marine infantry for amphibious assault operations. The commissioning event was personally attended by Chinese leader Xi Jinping. The new warships were added to the South Sea Fleet, which oversees operations around Taiwan. Then bringing it back home, or at least for a global icon now being recognized here in South Africa, veteran SA actor and playwright Dr. John Carney, a national treasure, has been honored with the prestigious Pragnelli Shakespeare Award from the Shakespeare Institute in England. That for his play Kunene and the King. The award recognizes achievement in appreciation and enjoyment of the works of William Shakespeare and the progress of Shakespearean knowledge. Now, previous honorees include actors Sir Ian McLennan, Dame Judi Dench and Sir Patrick Stewart. Carney said he was humbled by this international award. Tributes have been pouring in congratulating the Lion King star for being recognized for his Shakespearean appreciation. Last year, Carney also starred in the blockbuster movie Black Panther, bagged a Lifetime Achievement Award from Golden Elephant Productions, and a ceremony held in his honor. Carney said he had never realized how much interest there was in his career and work, and he added smilingly, and we quote, "I just wake up and do what I love best, and the older I get, the more the truth gets stronger." To receive this award is such a deep gesture, and we certainly add our voice to the many congratulating him. He is, as I said, a national treasure and someone we love deeply on this show. Well, that's where we leave our news headlines. Let's get into the sport. Let's start with cricket and another national treasure, if you will. AB de Villiers struck 75, not out from just 42 deliveries to guide the Royal Challengers Bangalore to a narrow one-run victory over the Delhi Capitals at the Narendra Modi Stadium in the Indian Premier League yesterday. The South African batsmen smashing 5 4s and 3 6s as RCB posted 171 for 5 in their 20. The Capitals needed 6 off the final ball, but Rishabh Pant, who was unbeaten on 58, could only manage to just find the boundary net with a 4. That means RCB won the match to go top of the standings. In the IPL today, the Chennai Super Kings will face the Sunrisers Hyderabad at 4 p.m. Then keeping it local, in the Premier Soccer League last night, SuperSport United showed some grit coming from a goal down to draw level 1-1 with Swallows at the Dobsonville Stadium. Fawaz Basadin opened the scoring for the Birds, and then Sipho Mbule scored a late equaliser for Matatsansa to share the spoils. Then our other PSL results, Maritzburg United, they edged out Stellenbosch FC 1-0 at the Donny Craven Stadium in Stellenbosch yesterday. Then there'll be 5 PSL fixtures today, and that includes highly anticipated clash between log leaders Mamelodi Sundowns, who of course tasted defeat for the first time this season against Chiefs last weekend, and Golden Arrows, and that one is at 5 p.m. Then on to UEFA Champions League. Real Madrid and Chelsea, they played out to a 1-1 draw at the Estadio Alfredo Di Stefano in the first leg of their UEFA Champions League semi-final. Thomas Tuchel's US star Christian Pulisic earning Chelsea an away goal coveted in the 14th minute of the match. Then it was the French footballer Karim Benzema who came to Madrid's rescue with a right-footed volley in the 29th minute to equalise in what must be said was a soaking wet contest. And the return leg for this one will happen at Stamford Bridge next Wednesday. Tonight you can catch Paris Saint-Germain up against Manchester City. That's in their semi-final clash kicking off at 9 p.m. Well, that's a wrap of your sport for this morning. Let's get one last look at your beautiful sunrise pictures and the weather.
Thank you, Graham, and thank you to all of you for sending through your photographs and sharing your sunrise views with us. It really is a great way to start the day. Now, this morning, we started this stunning coastal image from Jen Skoltz, showing off these crazy contrasting hues across the sky. Raylene Pillay also shared this photo of the city skyline with the sky glowing with reds and oranges. Samantha van der Rede from Caledon shared this image of the sun rising over the hill. And last but not least, one of our regulars, Samuel B. Jacobs from Beaufort West, shared this fantastic golden sunrise with us. Now, if you would like to share your photo with us, it's really simple. Just head on over to the Expresso Facebook page, and don't forget to also include your location so that we can give you a brief weather update for your area. And while we're enjoying experiencing a sunrise from your parts of South Africa, we're also saying good morning to some of our international viewers who are tuned in on both YouTube and the Africa channel in the US. And we wrap up your weather bulletin featuring Santa Fe, the capital of the state of New Mexico. It is considered one of the world's great art cities due to its many art galleries and installations, and is also recognized by UNESCO's Creative Cities Network. Today will reach a maximum of only 10 degrees Celsius, and the day will be mostly cloudy with a few showers throughout the day. And then here in South Africa, snow chasers can look forward to this weekend as the white stuff could hit 3 provinces before the end of the week. Latest data from Snow Report SA suggests snowfall for the high ground in the Eastern Cape, Lesotho and the Drakensberg from later this week. Much heavier snow is more likely in the east of the country. Snow is expected from late tomorrow and to continue through Friday. Low-level snow is not expected in SA. Snow may be reachable by vehicle on the highest mountain passes of the Eastern Cape and Lesotho. Should conditions continue as data currently suggests, driving in parts of Lesotho and near the top of Sani Pass may prove to be challenging on Friday as well as Saturday. And that's all depending on how rapidly the snow melts. Although conditions will likely still change at this point, chances of snow are excellent and the likelihood of heavier snow is increasing, though early season forecasts tend to be quite volatile. On that note, let's quickly look at your temperatures. If you're in Polokwane, expect a low of 12, a high of 28. Mbombela, 14, 29. It's sunny in Pretoria today, 13 is your low, 27 your high. Johannesburg, 11 with a high of 25. Mahikeng, 14, reaching a high of 30. Klerksdorp, 11 met 'n maximum van 30. Kimberley, 13, 28. Bloemfontein, 10 met 'n maximum van 26. Heading over to KZN, if you're in Richards Bay, a low of 18, a high of 27 for today. Pietermaritzburg, 13, 27. Durban, 19 with a high of 26. Mthatha, 13, reaching a high of 25. East London, a low of 17 with a high of 22 for today. Cradock, 11, reaching a high of 26. Partly cloudy conditions in Gqeberha, 15 with a high of 21. George, 12, reaching a high of 19. If you're in Cape Town, 12 is your low, 18 your high. Worcester, 10, reaching a high of 23. Sutherland, 6, reaching a high of 19. And partly cloudy conditions in Uppington today, a low of 13 and a high of 33 degrees Celsius. And that's where we leave your weather on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Remember Winston? He landed the job of his dreams.
Smooth. Late for his second day, he parked in the boss's spot. Not smooth. Luckily, the boss liked his style so much, he's up for promotion.
Nothing smoother.
Tropica.
Made with love by Clover.
Nothing smoother than the smooth dance moves of our colleagues. We've been blown away. There is undoubtedly nothing smoother than a tropica, yes, and throwing down some smooth, and I'll add an extra ooh there, dance moves when it comes to the battle for the dance floor on this show. There is a debate raging on who is the smoothest of them all. I think one particular move, okay, and yeah, I think you know the move I'm talking about, and I have a feeling we're going to take a look at it just now. Makes you the reigning champ for me, but Carl can also come out with the most. So between you and Carl, we have to now decide who is the smoothest of them all.
Let's not decide.
Yes!
Okay.
No, we have. We're going to see it again. As proof, let's take a look at this.
That's right. And flex, and flex, and flex, and flex, and flex. Are you guys ready for the big move? Here we go. Ready? Ready?
1, 2, 3, here we go. It's the fact that he has an entire dance crew.
Look, and they were in unison, but they could follow him.
Yeah,
okay, they could actually follow him. Okay,
I got to just commend Carl though, G, before you say that. The man looked like he initiated this no bones feature, and then suddenly his spine disappeared, and it just became cartilage.
And he does roll, but he also did drift into like an 80s, fitness expert on a breakfast show, kind of a beat board, get that. Brilliant stuff, absolutely smooth. Is it smoother than this?
Oh my gosh. Why are you laughing, my ear?
What is
I'm never going to love this moment down.
How did you get that?
You're an athlete.
I got skinny jeans. I got,
Just blame the jeans.
I'm blaming the jeans. How, Jamie?
Tropica and adrenaline, and just praying to Jesus that the jeans does not
They're
work.
going to hold. They're going to hold.
But I got
it. And you know, when a full dance crew behind you doesn't follow you, then you know they're like,
when they're just your hype man, like, what?
It was honestly the hype.
I gotta ask though, this looked too good. Like, this had to have been rehearsed. Have you done this before somewhere at a show or concert?
When I was 18 years old, back in the day when I used to dance, I could still throw those moves. Now,
clearly
let me actually just paint the picture to you, because you weren't actually here, right?
Yeah.
They said you have 5 minutes left, please go in and jam. So my thing is, okay, cool, we're flowing. The dance, Exo Dance Empire, they move out of the way, they like bring me in. don't bring mama in.
In a circle.
And in a split second, my duke starts falling off, and I'm like, okay, what next? Jump in the splits. That's my party move.
Go
and then, boom, back, da-da-da, and that's what happened. So
18 for what?
18 for what? 10
girl?
years later, I can still do this.
You still got it, girl.
Yeah.
That was exciting.
Wow.
That was invigorating. There was adrenaline pumping, and that was smooth. It's a tough one to decide. So, Mzansi, who do you think did it the smoothest? Let us know on our social media pages. And which team are you on when it comes to who's smooth and not smooth when throwing it down on the dance floor? At least you can enjoy a smooth Tropica, because when it comes to that, there is nothing smooth.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Remember Winston? He landed the job of his dreams.
Smooth.
Late for his second day, he parked in the boss's spot.
Not smooth.
Luckily, the boss liked his style so much, he's up for promotion.
Nothing smoother.
Tropica.
Made with love by Clover.
Oh, well, something that is absolutely smooth. It means we are back on our Expresso stage with our Canadian alt-pop duo, Neon Dreams, and they are continuing our morning on our awesome note. In fact, they are here to perform one of their songs. This one's called Sweet Dreams Till Sunbeams.
Jenny was a dancer, light on her feet. When they said it's cancer, she thought she was B. Yeah, I know. It's a dark, dark world. Yeah, yeah. And Frankie was a Kiwi, nowhere to sleep. Always someone there to shut down his dreams. It took hope and buried him like gold. When the night comes, they're sitting there in the dark, looking up and thinking, will it always be this hard? Well, I've been there before. You can take it from me. It's not about where you are, it's about where you're gonna be. Yeah, no, it's a show. When you're low, keep the hope, and I wish our sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Heaven knows where the light falls. When you're low, keep the hope, and I wish our sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Casey fell in love, thought it never would end, until she saw all he got was 20 and a pat on the back. He was so mad he punched through the wall. And when the night comes, you're sitting there in the dark, looking up and thinking, will it always be this hard? Well, I've been there before. You can take it from me. It's not about where you are, it's about where you're gonna be. Yeah, no, it's a show. When you're low, keep the hope, and I wish our sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Heaven knows where the light falls. When you're low, keep the hope, and I wish our sweet dreams till sunbeams find you.
Dreams on your feel-good breakfast show. I absolutely love that. What goes through your mind when you perform this song? Do you think of sweet dreams, or is it an energizing song for you?
I just hope when I sing this song that people realize, you know, you stay positive through like the bad times. You're gonna come out on top. You know?
Definitely, and we do need that for where we are right now. Well, the Canadian alt-pop duo Neon Dreams, they are still on tour in South Africa, and they'll be here from the 1st of May till the 15th of May, and they are playing all over Mzansi. So to find out if they will be in your town or city, you can visit neondreams.ca for the dates and purchase your tickets, and let's support this duo. They are absolutely amazing. Here we go.
Thank you.
Welcome back, you beautiful souls. It's S3 opening up, and we are live right here on Expresso, and it's another installment of the Culinary Hotline Bling. Ching, ching, ching. I love this spot. Now we're joined by our favorite chef, Chef Clem in the building. And we have, well, if you have any questions on all things in the kitchen, or if you need some help getting out of those sticky foodie situations, we got you covered, fam. You can call us right now on 021-110-5552. And that's all you need, and we will serve you all the answers that you need for the day. Chef Clem, I missed you, my man. How you doing, brother?
It's been so long.
It has, man.
Welcome to
why are you being so scarce, man?
I don't know, eh? I don't know. I can't even say I've been traveling because you're allowed to travel. I don't know, but I'm here. I'm here now.
I think it's because you've been serving up some good stuff for us for winter. What have you got, man?
So today I want to switch things up. I want people to call us. To the viewers out there, give us a call because I am so interested in today's topic. I want to hear about all your home remedies. Cold food, everything, whatever you got. We know winter's coming.
Yes.
So,
and we know how many like old wives' tales and Oma's recipes and the puchu this and the brandy this. And
I love it.
I'm so keen to see what comes through. Yeah.
So
what have you got for us, man?
I'm going to talk about my favorite one in a little bit, but let's talk about, I'm going to make like a nice little tea that's just going to lift our spirits.
Are we dying?
A little bit of tea.
Yes.
We are very proudly South African. Another proudly South African ingredient is rooibos.
Yes.
And it's just packed with so much goodness. We know all about it.
Antioxidants, lots of health, lots of all the good stuff.
That's why
the list goes on.
Because all those little tips and things are going to come from you. So I thought, let's just take the rooibos as we know it, let's just step it up a little bit. Okay, so rooibos goes into some boiling water.
Right.
Then let's go with some ginger. Love ginger.
Such an immune-boosting ingredient, man. It's so good for you.
And opens up your sinuses.
Yeah.
Like awakens your senses. If you buy ginger and you buy quite a bit of it, I freeze my ginger immediately.
Freeze it?
I freeze it with the skins on and I freeze it. Okay. And then when I need it, I just take a microplane, boom, 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 use it from frozen. And it lasts in your freezer for who knows how long. Okay. It just lives there. So my ginger always goes into the freezer. And that way it locks in the goodness, locks in the flavor, and doesn't change the texture. You know, sometimes when you leave your ginger out and it gets a bit pop. Yeah, freeze is the best thing. So I'm just going to slice up some ginger, just break off a thumb, and then just slice it up.
While Clem is busy with that, of course, you guys, if you are looking to find out what's going on here right now, we're making a tea. It's an immune booster. It's perfect for winter, and you can get the recipe inspiration right on expressoshow.com right now. But stick to this. Pay attention. We're doing it right now, live, right now, yeah.
Do you know what this is?
More ginger?
It looks like ginger, but I'll give it away now.
Is that turmeric?
It's turmeric.
Yes, it is.
Turmeric.
It is, yes,
and we can now get it fresh, and it's...
Can I actually smell that? I know you washed your hands earlier, so I'm
grateful for that. I think maybe it smells like a little bit like ginger because I just sliced the ginger now. But it's almost got like a metallic smell.
It is more ginger than turmeric. If I was to be honest with you.
You know what I think that's because I used the same knife. Let me just slice it up again. let me just do that again for you quickly. Okay.
Wow, it definitely...
There we go.
Okay.
Give that a smell.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so it definitely was the knife that I was smelling there.
It's got like this metallic...
What would happen if I just like chewed this? Can I?
Right, so a few years ago on Afternoon Express, Jeannie just had her teeth done before the segment started, and she chewed a piece of turmeric before the segment started. Her teeth went Lumo yellow, okay? She just went for like a quick little polish at the dentist quickly before the show, and her teeth went Lumo yellow. I would not suggest chewing on turmeric. Unless you want to have a bright yellow smile.
No, I want to keep my smile TV ready.
Here we go.
So let's rather stay away from that. Let's keep it in the tea rather.
Turmeric goes in, then a little bit of honey. Honey is great. Honey
is great, man. It's like a mother ingredient. It's low GI, packed full of good energy as well. But on top of that, it's also got like good immune boosting ingredients in there, man.
Exactly, especially if you're using your local honey, like honey from your area.
And you know what's beautiful about our honey? We've got like a variety of honey because we've got fynbos, because we've got indigenous plants, we've got natural forest. Our botanicals in our country is incredible. So that means that the bee's honey is going to derive straight from that. So variations, flavor, class, prestige. SA honey. That's where you want it, Mzansi.
Doing a little research on honey, and I'm not making these claims, but I read a few sites that actually say if you consume honey from your area and you suffer from hay fever, by actually consuming the honey, it'll help out with your hay fever because 100%. The bees are sourcing pollen from your natural area that normally affects you.
It's like you're getting climatized to the pollen situation.
How amazing is that?
It's so cool.
So, a little few seconds of brewing. In I go with my little ladle.
Getting some good smells here already, by the way.
It smells amazing. So this one's for you. It's very hot, so I'm going to cool down a bit. When it cools down, you can give that a taste. So I mean, that smells amazing, and that'll wake you up. If you're feeling down, you're feeling a bit fluey, you're feeling a bit stuffy, this is gonna help you. And the longer that ginger sits in there, the longer the ingredients sit in there, the better. Then, here's one that I also do, a lot of vitamin C from chili, right?
Yeah.
You know this. And I do this as well at home. A little bit of chili, maybe you could take the seeds out, because the seeds will make it like spicy. You don't want the
seeds
spice.
are the real fire, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want the spice. You just want a little bit of the properties coming out of there. Drop that in there. That'll wake you up. That'll do the job.
Also, not only is it going to wake you up, not only is it great for, like, again, for our health, but, you know, the added benefit of a chili is that it's going to increase your metabolism.
There we go.
It's going to increase your ability to burn fat because your metabolism's increasing to a higher level. So the fact that you have that and the fact that you're sweating because of the physical heat, it's like a detox as well, man.
It is.
So what a power tea you got going on here.
Good, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's
now,
good.
The next one I grew up with, okay? And I didn't appreciate this next tea until I started doing a lot of research a few years ago.
Why? Because of the taste?
Well, I appreciate the taste. I love when someone's brewing this tea. I'm like, first, some people don't like the taste of this tea. I'm obsessed with it.
Okay.
I love it, and it's this bush over here. Do you know what it's called?
Is it fennel?
It's Wilde als.
Wilde als?
Als.
What?
You know this als? It's also called Artemisia afra.
Oh, snap. I think every granny I have ever visited has this in their garden.
Yes.
What is this? What it is?
Also called the African wormwood.
Okay.
And then I started doing research last week. Oh my goodness, this little herb that we've been drinking from this bush for years and years.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it out there. This is one of the most miraculous herbs I've ever found in my life.
Creepy, man. I don't know about this. What's going on?
Here's what I know about it. I've always had it as a tea, but I found out you can use it as a vapor. So put it in hot water. If you're feeling a bit stuffy, cold, flus, bit of a fever, inhale the vapors.
For a respiratory system,
yes.
Open up. Okay.
Okay. The list of things that this thing... Okay, again, we're not making any scientific statements here. We're not putting it out. We're not saying. We're just saying. Just try it. Okay. They claim that this will help you with colds and flus, with nausea. If you've had a rough night partying, the next morning drink this. If you've got sore muscles and bones from after workout, put this in your bath. What? Babies that have had jaundice, you give them this. Some people use this during this time of COVID. Again, we're not making any claims, but they went out and started drinking this while they were like dealing with the COVID symptoms. This miracle herb, honestly, I'm still busy doing research because it's just...
I think you need to be careful, man, because what this means is if it is this good, and I apologize, this is another disclaimer maybe for all the moms and grannies out there that have this in their garden. I apologize for Mzansi that's about to probably steal this out of your garden because they're going to after this, so I do apologize.
Let's also talk about this. If you have this als growing in your garden, you are like, I'm telling you, neighbors will know about it because my parents have it, so I got it from my parents. But before they had it, I used to just like literally, does anybody have als? Anybody have als? Whatever, you know, or like asking people around to try and find it because it genuinely makes you feel so good. It's an immune boost. It's such a miracle herb. Okay.
This is what I love, Clement. I've got to put this out there because earlier and a week ago, we actually asked you, the viewers, for some tips on beating the flu and see what they were coming up with. And you had some of those old wives' tales we were talking about. And we've got some epic comics here. So let's look at the first one that we've got is from Tlantle F. Alcy, I think. And she says vitamin C, fish oil, brown sugar, and black vinegar.
Wow.
How's that for a combo? So
I will just try
I can definitely see the vitamin C and the fish oil because the omegas, omega-3s and 6s, that's really good for you. Joan Cameron says ginger, which you've got here, garlic as well, which we know is incredible. She has a drink with honey plus vitamin C, which can be found in citrus fruits. And if you can afford to buy tablets or capsules for extra protection, go for it. Don't forget to still keep active, and if it's just for walking around the block, it's still going to be good.
Absolutely.
That's a great one. I love that. We've got two more left here. We've got Nolovuyo saying hot water, ginger, onion or garlic, and honey mixture. Another thing I've heard with onion, people put onion in their sock when they're sleeping. Right. And it's apparently going to draw out. Have you heard of that?
And at home, if you've heard about that, because I've heard about that, have you tried it? I really want to know. Have you ever tried that? I've heard about that too. And like you said, someone spoke about the lemons. Absolutely. Add a few slices of lemon to this tea as well. Just adding that vitamin C and flavor as well.
All right. Well, Clem, look, man, I know we're going to get stuck in here and we've got more coming up. But while I sip on this goodness, guys, stick around. We've got another session coming through later. Get your calls in. We're going to answer everything when it comes to our health tips and topics. Or maybe even you have a kitchen fail that you want Chef Clem to sort out for you while we sip on our immune booster and this tea. You guys, call in, we're waiting. See you soon. This is good.
Imagine taking the time to be diligent with your money and then having your bank reward you with even more money and nice things just because you're doing the most. Well, imagine no more, because under the Greenbacks Reward program, you've got Nedbank encouraging you to pay your loans on time and reward you big time when you do that. Here to tell us all about the Responsible Borrowers Package is Dharmesh Bana, the Executive for Loyalty and Rewards at Nedbank. I can feel myself earning points as I speak to you, Dharmesh. A very good morning. How are you?
I'm well, thank you, Graham. How are you doing?
I'm very good, man, and all the better for connecting with you, because generally it heralds really good news, and I think a movement towards better financial responsibility when it comes to earning money and rewards. I'm definitely listening, and in the essence of what we're speaking about now, what is the Responsible Borrowers Package in that Greenbacks program all about?
Yeah, Graham. So Responsible Borrower is just one of the 4 packages that make up the current Greenbacks program. The others being Card Swiper, Money Manager, Structured Saver, and Responsible Borrower. Responsible Borrower looks to reward our customers that have a home loan, vehicle asset finance, or a personal loan with us. And what it requires our customers to do very simply is just, in essence, stay up to date on their repayment every month, and every quarter they will stand a chance to win back either their home loan, vehicle finance, or personal loan to the value of R1.5 million. So it's pretty awesome package as part of the program.
I think you're underselling it, my friend. It's incredible. And what I like here, and this is in really good, I think, spirit, am I correct that even if you bank with a different bank, but if you have a home loan or a personal loan or even a car financing set up with Nedbank, you can still register for Responsible Borrowers Package, for the package in the Greenbacks program?
Absolutely, Graham. So I mean, if you're a standalone home loan, vehicle finance, or personal loan customer, you're still very much a customer of Nedbank and part of our family. And therefore, you still qualify to be part of the Greenbacks program. Opt into Responsible Borrower for free. Stay up to date on your payments, and every quarter you could stand a chance to win that back to the value of 1.5 million. The only exclusion we've got at the moment is people who have a joint bond, as an example, but we will be fixing that and ensuring that they're part of the program going forward as well. But it's, as you said, it's a pretty awesome benefit as part of the package.
I like the fact that you keep dropping that 1.5 million in there, dude. That's the selling point for me, I think. So besides the incredible rewards, why would you encourage people to sign up with the Greenbacks program?
We've tried to differentiate the program a little bit to traditional programs within the industry and across the loyalty sort of spectrum, in the sense that we've positioned it very much as a money management program first and foremost, that happens to reward you, and while you're doing that, you can also do good with society or society benefits as customers sort of manage their money better. So what do I mean by all this is, as part of the money management theme, we would look to send you tips, nudges, etc., on how to manage your money better. And that's an iterative process that we keep building on and improving on. And post that point, as part of joining the Greenbacks program, our customers are required to choose an affinity. As an example, that could be the Nelson Mandela Children's Fund. It could be the Nedbank WWF Green Trust. And what we do is, as customers get better at managing their money, Nedbank, on behalf of our customers, would donate to their chosen affinity at no cost to our customers. So, really, really beneficial for the greater society, not just the bank and the customer.
I love that, and it helps you increase your CSI footprint in the process in a very authentic way. I love that it represents what your customers want. Thank you so much, my friend. Always a pleasure connecting with you, especially, as I said, when it heralds such amazing things for our viewers. So thank you so much for your input and your time.
Thank you, Graham.
After the break, I will have the pleasure of chatting to one of the lucky winners who has won her home loan back in cash. That is mind-blowing. I'm talking serious money, 500,000 Rand in fact. Oh, the money is real. So if you have a loan with Nedbank, then do the right thing and sign up for the Greenbacks program and the Responsible Borrower program on the Greenbacks setup. And you can do it on your Nedbank Money app really simply, or by visiting nedbank.co.za. Do it now. Don't waste any more time.
Money, 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 money. Money! Yes, it's always a good time to talk about money. And this morning we are doing another round of a money-based scenario. Would you rather scenario? So here is the scenario, okay? You receive a 3,500 Rand salary increase. Would you rather? Now, these are the options, Zoe. Listen up. A, would you buy new clothes and do nice things every month? You know, you like nice things.
Live life.
Or B, would you save it all because you were doing fine without it before? And those are the options I'm asking you. Would you rather?
My instinct says A, but realistically, I would go with B because I'd rather save that money and do something really amazing afterwards, whether it's, let's say, you want to go on a trip abroad or you want to, you know, buy a car, so that's a nice little deposit you can put down. I would go with B. It's more realistic to save it up and do something amazing afterwards.
Wow, you literally went in for that question. I would actually, because I'm a cheapie when it comes to buying clothes. I like thrift stores or anything like when there's a sale. So I would actually do A and B. I don't know if that is an option. So save at least like 2,000 and the other 1,500 Rand, buy me nice things and live my best life.
So you would choose option C?
C, yeah. If there was a C, I would go for C. I think let's see what social media has to say. Apparently more people are leaning towards both of it. They're also like stuck in the middle, but let's see what some of the comments are.
Okay, let's have a look.
Can you see it then?
I can't see.
You can't see that far?
Okay, I can see this way if I turn completely away from the camera. Chris Stalin says, B, as I am working from home and have not been able to wear my work clothes for a full year, it made me realize that investing in the future would be a best option as we don't know what the future holds. That investment would be a great way and a great nest egg for the rainy days.
Certainly. And then we have, I want to say, phone yes, saying A, should go with A. Salary alone is never enough. The extra 3,500 Rand will be like a bonus for me. I have lots and lots of commitments and debts. I even don't buy anything new anymore. So I'll just buy nice things for every month and reward the working body. And yes, it's like you said, you work very hard. You do want to reward yourself for nice things. So spoil yourself maybe a little bit.
There we go. And let's take a look at what Alicia says. She says, B, save it not because I don't need it. I have many responsibilities to fill. So save and achieve each goal one at a time. There, I love that. I'm with Alicia.
Here's the thing, no matter if you choose option A or B, it is time to take your money seriously. So open any transactional account on the Nedbank Money app and kickstart those saving goals today. And who knows, maybe you're A, B or C, but start saving today.
Feel Good Breakfast Show.
So picture this, if you will, you buy a house and you sign a home loan for 25 years. But then, just because you were a responsible home owner and paid your bills on time, Nedbank calls you and says that you've won your home loan back in cash. This actually happened to someone. Her name is Naomi Rieder, and she is here to tell us everything. Naomi, a very good morning and congratulations. How is it a stupid question to ask how you are?
Good morning, Graham. Yes, no, I tell you, I'm overwhelmed at the moment.
I want you to, in fact, take me back to that moment when Nedbank called you and told you that you had won, I understand, at 565,000 Rand back into your home loan. What was that like?
Well, when the employee from Nedbank called me, I actually spoiled the moment because I thought this really cannot be true. And I kept on saying to him, you are lying to me. This is not true. How come? Why me? Why did I win? It was just, I really spoiled the moment. And I took his telephone number and I wanted email addresses, and my husband was standing next to me. He says, you don't give out any of your personal information. You do not know who you're talking to. So I actually called him back on the number to find out whether this person was from Nedbank. And I said, listen, it's Naomi Rieder. Are you sure about this? Have you got the right person here? He says, ma'am, I can assure you. I said, you're not talking about my personal loan, or are you really talking about my home loan? He says, yes, ma'am, and he gave me the amount again. I said, no, you're joking. You're joking.
My word. It is so awesome. It really is. In a year where we have had so many knocks, where there has been so much financial pressure, where there have been so many losses, to hear someone winning in this way, to this degree, is amazing. So when did you actually buy your house, and what portion of your home loan was this?
I actually only took out a 20-year bond, and I've paid up 9 years of the 20 years. So as a matter of fact, we worked it out over the weekend that if I had to continue paying the full 20 years, I would still have needed to pay nearly R1 million. So yeah, this is awesome. This is absolutely awesome. It's like in the middle of actually only now going to start paying off capital.
I would imagine a huge blessing. How has this changed your life?
Well, first of all, I can tell you Nedbank has changed my life ever since they approved my bond. That's the very first thing. But yes, in this very uncertain time, we're all in COVID, and it's you've learned of so many people that have lost their jobs, and even myself. You know, you don't know what the future can bring. We do not know what the year is going to bring. So it is just such a relief to know that you've got a roof paid over your head. It's just amazing. It's absolutely amazing, especially in these times.
And it's all yours, baby. It's all yours. That is awesome. It is so good when good things happen to good people. Naomi, you look like a wonderful person, and we couldn't be happier for you. Congratulations once again.
Thank you, Graham. Thank you for having me on your show, and thank you, Nedbank, for changing my life forever.
Be like Naomi and pay your loans on time, because the rewards are waiting. If you have a loan with Nedbank, regardless of who you bank with, you can sign up for the Responsible Borrowers Program under Nedbank Greenbacks, and you might just get that call from Nedbank with some good news of your own. For more information, you can go download the Greenbacks app, or you can just visit nedbank.co.za. Do it now.
Oh, what a cool initiative, man. And everybody, I'm encouraging you to get involved in that. But we're back in the kitchen, though, and it's time for that culinary hotline bling.
Ting, ting, ting. I was alone. Was I alone there?
No, we always got you. We always got you. So we are obviously joined by Chef Clem. Our foodie panel is here to help you out with any of the culinary conundrums that you might have, any questions, any tips that you need in the kitchen. Don't worry, Mzansi, we got you. And don't forget that number is 021 110 5552. And this is where it's going to come through. So call, and we got all the answers for you. But earlier in the show, of course, Clem, we did a beautiful tea. I'm still sipping on it, loving it. It's gotten me into such a good mood, man.
It is, eh?
I'm feeling the vibe. So we're drinking health, we're drinking immune boosting. Is there a way to possibly eat that way?
Right, so this is a really cool recipe because it restores your electrolytes, help you feel a little better. Like, if you've got the cold and flu, they always give you chicken soup.
Yes, yes.
Like, it just genuinely makes you feel better, and it's easier to stomach. And a good thing about this recipe is that you can use things in your fridge that you've got already. And also, it's a great way to clear things out of your fridge.
Like the leftovers that you don't know what to do with.
All the leftovers. I'm trying to think of a vegetable that wouldn't work in here. Can't think of it. Any vegetable you got in the back of that fridge, in that veggie drawer, where vegetables go to die. Bring them out. Chop it up, grate it, get it into...
That's so true. You know what? I've seen that before in a few houses. You got like potatoes and a few things, and they start to like regrow. They've been there for so long.
Right?
Have you seen that?
And you open up, and there's like a... Because you're growing Jumanji in your fridge. Things are like happening, and things are moving.
The only thing you need to do is roll the dice, and then that will be it.
Exactly. Okay, so... Chicken stock is one of the easiest things to make. You get a chicken, you roast it, you strip the meat off, you take those bones, you put it back into some water, carrots, onions, bay leaves, and it's something that gives you, that you would have thrown away, that gives you a whole nother ingredient, chicken stock.
Nice.
Lives in your freezer, stays there all along, just freeze it nicely, label it so you know it's from 2021, so you know. And it's just a nice way to use something that you would have thrown away.
Yeah.
The chicken stock went in there. Then let's talk about onions. Onions are really great. No one's called through yet about using the onion under
your feet on the socks.
I really want to know about that.
I'm telling you, it's a thing, man.
I want to hear. Okay, onions go in, and everything's just going to simmer. And the longer it simmers, the more flavor you get out of it.
Okay, nice.
So, baby marrows, you always buy them. There's always like 2 or 3 that you just feel like you don't want to add to a dish. And those 2 or 3, again, they just pass away, just like they think. Grate it.
See, you've done a nice little great job on that, which is really cool.
So
great
that's obviously
job.
Yeah. Oh, well done. Right, I like that.
And then obviously I see you got some colors, beta carotene coming through from the carrots over there. So we're talking about health, good eyesight as well, which I absolutely love.
And I always say, like, beta carotene, all my orange vegetables, they all add them. So like your pumpkin, you butter that, am I right?
Yes, that's correct. The high amounts of that, for sure.
And I love pumpkin in soup. The texture just kind of breaks away and adds some thickness to your soups. So if you want to have a soup, you want to thicken it slightly, grate some pumpkin in it, put it in your soup, it'll cook down and just thicken your soup naturally, which is really great. So carrot goes in, then celery.
Celery.
Get that in there. Adds such a savory flavor. And use the leaves as well. Don't throw the leaves away.
Okay.
Put that in your soup as well. Especially the leaves work really well in soup because they have more celery-like flavor, more savory note to your soups. Then chili.
And also, you know what, it's very good to use the entire plant. And maybe this is a cool tip for you guys back at home. From the seed all the way through to the shaft and the leaves and the flower, and that has a varying, and the root itself.
Celeriac of,
Exactly that. And the entire plant has varying levels of acidity as well. So with that comes balance, with that comes all the value. So it's more like a full spectrum versus isolating one component of the plant. So again, the leaves are adding more health benefit to it as well.
Absolutely.
Beautiful stuff.
Chili, again, I love chili.
Hey, did you hear that? Hey. Is that
oh my goodness.
I got to answer this, right?
You have to.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. I'm so nervous. Culinary Hotline Ring, how may I help you?
Good morning, Chef Clem.
Hello?
Hi, good morning, Chef.
Good morning, how are you doing?
I'm good, it's Marlon speaking, how are you?
What was the name? Say that again?
Marlon,
welcome, my man. Welcome to the kitchen. Welcome to the Culinary Hotline. What is your question today?
So I can enjoy myself every morning watching you. Listen, I have a question that I have to ask concerning a health, like about my chest. Is it healthy for me to have vinegar mixed with sugar and honey, like a teaspoon or a dessert spoon every morning? Is it healthy?
All right, so he's asking for vinegar, sugar, and honey. All right.
Which is very similar to one of the other suggestions we got on Facebook. So I know that vinegar also helps with starting your metabolism, right? The honey, we spoke about the properties of the honey, and I'm guessing the sugar might just be in the to help probably be a little more palatable, but then maybe the honey can do that.
This is what I wanted to say exactly. So the honey, yes, it's great because it does have all of that. But I think when it comes to vinegar, there's a big differentiation between normal vinegar and something like apple cider vinegar. And apple cider vinegar is the one you want, and apple cider vinegar that has the mother ingredient. Now that's very important. You get filtered, unfiltered, and raw. Now the raw, unfiltered stuff is the good stuff. It's got all the remnants of the quality that you need in apple cider vinegar. And again, when we're talking about acidity, apple cider vinegar as a compound is so acidic, just like a lemon. But when it goes in the body, the way it gets broken down, it is such a big alkaline source. And a lot of people use apple cider vinegar, not normal vinegar, apple cider vinegar with your honey. Now, the one thing I want to warn you about this, because I'm telling you this only because I've tried this and I did it, and it's incredible. It's such a good sauce, but you need to be careful with that apple cider vinegar. If it's the first thing you put in your body at the start of the day, the lining of your stomach might get affected because of the initial acidity that's going in before your body breaks it down.
So what do you suggest we do?
So I suggest you break it down by first warming the lining of the stomach up. They always often suggest something like a piece of a banana. The potassium in there is going to help activate the body so that it can then go through a better process of breaking down that. But I've just got to answer that question very specifically, Marlon, because I used to have honey, cayenne pepper, and apple cider vinegar as my go-to in the morning. It was incredible. The only issue I had was ulcer was close to developing because of the harshness of the apple cider vinegar.
All right,
I had to get deep because it's a very good question, and a lot of people try it and they think any vinegar is good. Apple cider vinegar with the mother ingredient, that's the one you want, yeah. I hope that answers your question, Marlon. If he's still there.
My question about what you're giving me now is that I should be actually be alarmed at how much I do take in.
How much? All right, so I would say, especially with the apple cider vinegar, you don't want to go big at all. So a teaspoon is more than enough. Mix that through with some lemon as well, another teaspoon of honey. You don't have too much honey because it is still a carb. It's still going to give you a lot of sugar, although it's low GI. So have just a dash of that to sweeten it up. And then, of course, all the other good ingredients that you got going on here, Clem.
Ryle,
I have to get involved with that question because it's such an important one.
I love that. I love that. This is why we brought Ryle on the second day. And I love it. You used to taught me, specifically, apple cider vinegar, go for the one that has the mother in it.
Yeah,
I love that. Marlon, thank you for your question. Ryle,
you
please,
have finished your soup though, and I interrupted
No,
you as
I'm like, I'm pulling up a chair. I'm getting ready for war. South Africa, please. The doctor's in the house. Can you give us a
one
call?
thing I wanted to say, Chef Clem, before I interrupted you and before we wrap this beautiful session up, the chilies in there, there's something called, I think it's called kerosene or kerosene.
Yes.
That's what is in that chili that actually gives you that sharp pungency, the strongness, and it's also associated with the metabolism kick and the health factor as well. So just if you were wondering, that's what you have here. But Chef Clem, this has been a goodie, man.
Dr. Ryle, it's been so, okay,
sharing personal experience. But of course, guys, keep sending through your questions, and that's unfortunately all the time that we have for now on our culinary hotline. Chef Clem and I would go on for days if we could, but of course, you can reach out to us personally, and don't forget the number 021 110 552 for all the culinary questions that you do have. Maybe you can message him later on the show and he might answer some of them, but he is a busy man. But otherwise, thank you so much for coming for those questions. And that's a wrap up for our culinary hotline. Bling, ting, ting, ting. We'll see you on the next one.
S3 is the new home of the Safters, so open up with S3 in your Feel Good Breakfast Show between 6 and 9 a.m. on Thursday, the 29th of April, as we celebrate the best in film and TV entertainment that Mzansi has to offer.
We'll be leading the wave of the 2021 SAFTA nominations announcements live on the show, so make sure that you watch and follow our Expresso social pages to see which categories we'll be announcing.
Let's applaud the ingenuity and development of new talents and salute the excellence of celebrated South African icons.
Open up with Expresso Morning Show and S3 this Thursday.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso on S3, and my heart is so warm. I can't believe it's Wednesday and we're at the final few minutes of the show. Now, Canadian alt-pop duo Neon Dreams, they are still with us, and they're about to do one final performance for you on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. But before we get to that, I have a question that came through on social media. So we're going to quickly take a look at it, and you need to answer for us. I know we were teaching you a bit of the South African lingo, but Lungi Sani is asking, good morning, guys. I heard the guys is saying in Canada, they say, what are you saying as a slang greeting? In Durban, we also say, what they say, mostly in Indian, of course. But of course, I just wanted to know from you, is that true? Like, what are you saying?
Yeah, like, what are you saying today?
So
what are you saying?
That means, like,
you call
what's
me,
up with your day?
Yeah, you call me and be like, yo, what you saying? What you saying, bro?
So in English, what would it be like for a normal person? Like, what would that translate to? I know it's English, sorry. I'm allowed one blonde moment a day.
I guess like,
give it to me in a context.
It's like saying, what's up?
Yeah,
okay.
What are you saying? What's up?
What are you saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's happening throughout your day?
What's happening? What are you saying? So I need to now ask you, what are you singing?
Yeah.
No. Okay, I'm completely butchering this. But Neon Dreams, they are here to do one final performance. Tell me, what is the song you're about to perform for us right now?
It's called Life Without Fantasies.
Ah, that's the one we all know. It was across our TV stations, our radio stations. Mzansi, this one is for you. Thank you.
I don't need a lot, I don't need a range. I just want love, a little bit of pain. I just need you, your company. I just need you, your ecstasy. I don't need a bow, I don't need a chain. I just want love, a little bit of change. I just need you, your company. I just need you, your ecstasy. I wanna have a bed on Beverly Hills. Grandma gon' be dead when she see the gold grills. Spend a couple stacks on a one-night thrill, that'd be okay. Ay. I wanna get a fade like every other day. Gotten bad and bougie on the way. I wanna see the look on my teacher's face from my Bentley. Ay. What is life? What is life without fantasies? Yeah. Train straight to outer space. What is life without fantasies? Yeah. Come on, I don't need a lot, I don't need a raise. I just want love, a little bit of pain. I just need you, your company. I just need you, your ecstasy. I don't need a ball, I don't need a chain. I just want love, a little bit of change. I just need you, your company. I just need you. Get it all off my chest, everything I wish I said. I take a real stand to all those that hurt me. What is life? What is life without fantasies? Yeah.
one last slice of summer and our first taste of autumn. Made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.
Thank you. Well done, guys, man. Thank you guys so much for having us. I want to grab these mics before I forget. I always forget to take these mics.
Yeah, and someone runs off with one.
So did you guys start your tour already?
No, we start Saturday.
Following you now officially on
Yeah, you missed it.